All right, so welcome to Marketing Mix Mastery, which is our live training that we're going to be doing to just really make sure that the tentacles of your marketing is now starting to the marketing is starting to gather its feet and its legs, and it's going, right? And in that it's going, it means that you are able to pick up the thing that you absolutely love the most, which is your business, and see some actionable things happening in your business, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys what I would have loved from when I took these trainings and when I went through classes with other people. I wanted them to pull the veil from behind the scenes so I can see just how you put these things together and what's all of the tools that make the engine run, and like the tentacles that I've talked about in all of my advertising, what makes the engine runs and what make clients say yes. And that's really what you're gonna see today. So you'll be learning a lot of like some of the strategies that I've used, that I've seen people use over and over again, and the people that I help, I've seen them use it over and over again to get results. So one of the things that I always like to start off with is in business, you have a lot of gurus kind of screaming and yelling in your ear about what's right, what's wrong, what you should do, what's going to work, what's not going to work. And truth be told, you cannot get everything you need to run your business in one place. So I'm not professing that I'm going to give you everything you need to run your business in one place. But what I can commit to is I'm going to give you everything that you need to set a solid foundation to start with marketing with purpose, because a lot of the marketing we see out there, and unfortunately, a lot of the marketing that you've probably done, and I know I've done, is throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what sticks, and then still feel frustrated that why isn't my business taking off the way that I want it to take off. So my commitment is to make sure that when we are done with this training today, that you at least have some good, solid, foundational marketing tools that you can use to really start seeing a difference in your business now, like right now. So just a little bit of housekeeping. I would love to feel like I'm talking to actual people. So having your screens on or being in camera would be a blessing to me. But I do need you to keep your cameras on mute until it's time for you to ask your question. Because if you had not come in through my advertising and you came in through somebody else or somebody gave you the link, today is not just about me talking to you. This is truly an interactive conversation among entrepreneurs. So after I'm done just kind of giving you the foundational pieces to what I want to share with you, I'm turning the hot seat on and you get to come on camera and ask me your question. And I have a list of things that I'm going to ask you that you can start thinking about as we work through your question, okay? So I want you to know that that is the highlight, honestly, that is the highlight of this training, because every training I've been in order to get on screen and ask the guru the question, you have to pay this astronomical amount of money just to be able to, be in the room. And I'm just trying to like knock those walls down and let the room become this wide open space that people share and interchange information. So even if you're not on the screen, I promise you, you will learn from all of the questions, because even though I probably sometimes I did not pay the astronomical amount to like learn from the ask questions to the guru, what I was able to do though is I was able to glean some of the information that I needed for myself just by listening to questions. So I really want you to stay to the end. I have a free gift for you, but the questions is where the gold is. Not to say my presentation is not the gold, because there's gold in that. But the thing is, the questions is where the goal is, because when someone is asking a question, you may be in a different industry, but the question may be related to your business or just marketing itself. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if I'm selling toothpaste, orange juice, hair products, real estate, anything. marketing is marketing. Foundational stuff is foundational stuff. And so my desire for this training, and the reason that I wanted to put it together, is because I listened to a lot of the people that I work with and all of their pain points and what's not working for them in their business. And then I watch other people struggle online, trying to like get themselves out there, trying to get a whole bunch of followers, trying to, and a whole bunch of followers does not equate to money in your pocket. So when we understand that and know that it's really about the foundational things that we're going to talk about today, then you won't put yourself under a lot of pressure to like have a big following, or you won't discount yourself because you don't have a big following. Okay. And so when I say I'm going to give you some behind the scenes, I'm going to take this off of presentation mode, and I'm going to put it in presenter mode. So you're going to be able to see everything that I'm doing behind the scenes, not because I just, don't know what I'm doing. It's really because I just really want you guys to see what it all looks like and how it can work in your business. All right. So let's get started. So I'm going to use the other screen. And so if you guys can see this, give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna be looking for your faces. Let me see. If y'all would turn your cameras on, I promise you, it will really bless my soul. But if for nothing else, turn your camera on for when you want to ask a question. Okay. So let me get this back over here and move it to the side. All right. So I kind of gave you a good indication of what this training is about, but welcome to the live training, and please prepare to change your life and your business. What I ask is you be open, you prepare your question, and then you take plenty of notes. And notes not just from what I teach, but honestly, notes from other questions, notes from other answers, because when I pull you up to the hot seat, we're gonna go behind the scenes even more, and I'm gonna show you some of the AI tools that I use. I'm gonna show you everything that I use, especially if you came in through any of my advertising and you were able to get that whole journey of a customer experience. You'll feel what I'm teaching as we go through it. And this is why I'm showing you from the back end, because we always think we have to find perfection before we can step out there. And it's not the perfection you have to be, it's the foundation. It's not a perfect foundation, it's a solid foundation. So I can do a lot of things imperfect as long as I have a solid foundation. Okay. So this is one of the things that I always like to just kind of introduce in the beginning. So today is the big threes that we're going to go over today. So I want to make sure that you truly understand what the value of a marketing message is, the secret sauce to converting your marketing. The next thing, and why am I trying to do this without my glasses? I'm funny. And so the next thing is like tech tools, the tech tools that you would need to like really get behind the scenes and start building the customer experience, being able to automate yourself and make it seem like you're out there. Like if you came in through, my marketing link or somebody that brought you in, or you follow me, you see that my stuff is everywhere. And I'll show you some of the tools that I use to make it appear that I have stuff everywhere. And it's really just me posting one time, maybe twice, and it's everywhere, right? And so then the big one is the hot seat coaching sessions. So get your questions answered and learn from others. I cannot stress that enough. This is the golden space to me for this live training, because I didn't want to come on as the guru and just like keep talking to everybody, but I can't open the questions up without laying the foundation, because this foundation is going to help you to be able to ask a question a little bit more efficiently so that you can get it answered. Okay. So again, this is interactive, and I'm going to open up my chat, and I would like for you guys to just, for one, go ahead and put in the chat, where are you logging in from? I really would like to see where everybody's logging in from, and then what you want to get from the training, right? So those are two things. Hey, Erica, I'm such and such from blah, 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 blah. This is what I want from the training. I'm da, 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 da from blah, 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 blah. This is what I want from the training. And I'm going to give us a couple minutes so we can go ahead and get that in there. I really would appreciate knowing what it is specifically that you want to get from this training, because at the end of the day, my goal is for you to walk away from this training with some knowledge and with some information. So let me make sure I can see everyone. everyone's chats. So go ahead and start blowing the chat up, please. Let me know where you're from and what would you like from this training. Come on now, let me see those chats going. Okay, Sabria from Savannah, Georgia, what do you want from the training? Can you guys get inside of your chat? Do you know how to work Zoom? That's a whole nother class. Hey, Onyx, I would like to know how to be more fluent in my marketing. Awesome. And where are you from? I think you're from Atlanta. Come on, guys. What are you wanting from this training? Hey, Aaliyah from Baltimore. I want more confidence in marketing myself, not downplaying my quality of work. Mwah! Thank you, Aaliyah from Baltimore. I got the answer, honey. And I really hope you'll be able to come on live so we can talk about that. I don't know if my chats are coming through. You got enough time? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You shouldn't even have to think about that too long. Okay, Alonzo from Ocala, Florida. I'm trying to create a marketing reach to grow my client base. Got you, Alonzo from Ocala, Florida. Yes, that's definitely going to be a part of what we're talking about today, just how to put together your reach, like how really what makes that reach go further than what you even imagine. Dominique from Atlanta, Georgia. I want to learn how to perfect digital marketing. Got you, girl. Like, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Everybody is pretty much in different industries, because that's one of the questions I'm going to ask you, like, what business are you in? What industry you're in? Because you're going to see the foundational stuff is pretty much the exact same. Olia from Baltimore, I want to understand how to get started and stay consistent. Got you, Olia. Great, great, great. Come on, is anybody else? Because we're going to go ahead and get started with the next one. All right, Portia from Houston, Texas. Best practice tips and marketing with on no budget. Girl, when I say I can help you with that, because people think it costs a lot of money to market. I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. And I remember when marketing was so expensive, and it was so expensive that now social media and all of the digital platforms has made it like where if you can get what I'm going to teach you today right, you will spend little to no money. Hey, Victoria, this is Renee from Atlanta. I want to know how to expand cross-ethnic groups. Got you, Renee. Jasmine from Atlanta. I want to become consistent and allow my content to provide my customers' need other than eventful glam. Okay, let me make sure I read that right. I want to become consistent and allow my content to provide my customers' need other than eventful glam. I understand exactly what you're saying, Jasmine. So you want to make sure your content is penetrating and resonating with your customer base, and not just, oh, she's cute, oh, she's fly. You want to make sure that you have something that's really tangible for people to walk away with. I got you. Anybody else before we get started? Because once I close the chat, unfortunately, I won't be able to see it. And me knowing what it is that you want to get out of this training today is really going to help me to really fine tune what it is that you need. Okay. And then I'll just kind of keep coming back, checking the chat throughout. So if you can think of, okay, Erica, I need this in, this is what I want to learn, then this is exactly what we're going to come back to. So let's go ahead and get through our foundational piece of this. But I want to get to the hot seat, because Renee, I want you to get up here on the hot seat. Portia, I want you to get up on the hot seat. Zoe, I want you to get on the hot seat. Jasmine, I want you to get on the hot seat. Onyx, I want you to get on the hot seat. Sabria, I want you to get on the hot seat. I mean, everybody that came in here. Dominique, I want you on the hot seat. I want Aaliyah in the hot seat, because I want you guys to leave with your question answered. Okay, so I'm going to close out the chat, but I'll be back. I'll be checking in as we go through it. So before we start talking about all the information, let me introduce myself. Hello, I am Erica Strong. I'm a business strategist, author, speaker, and TV personality. Can you tell? I've worked with countless entrepreneurs to help them lean into their gifts learn how to effectively brand and market their business and build a profitable brand. I am passionate, guys. I know you can probably see that by now. I'm passionate about supporting entrepreneurs to achieve goals they never thought possible and living a life driven by their purpose. My mission is to help as many people as possible reach their full potential and create the life they want to live. Why is this so important to me? It's so important to me because I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. And in being an entrepreneur for over 30 years, I've learned a lot of what not to do. And so instead of me holding on to all of what I've learned, what not to do, what I'm doing is I'm teaching other people so that they don't have to go through the learning curve that I did. Because I'm gonna get real honest and real transparent with you. Like, okay, this is like our, you know how you have those in the house kind of conversations when your parents have to bring you to the table and you have to kind of have that, like, okay, let's have that come to Jesus meeting. So this is what I want that environment to be. I wanted this environment to be so transparent and so transformative that I'm not holding anything back. So when I say I understand the plight of an entrepreneur who's sitting in a space that says, I have a business, I'm doing okay, everybody around me think I'm doing amazing, and I'm struggling and I'm stressed out. That was me for a long time, struggling, stressed out, trying to figure out how to make the money, how to make it work. I knew I had a good business. I knew I had a good service, but it just wasn't working. But I couldn't tell anybody because everybody thought that I was just this successful entrepreneur. So my desire is to see people really live out that true dream, to truly be successful and not have to feel like you have to fake it till you make it, like you can really be successful and not hide behind that. Man, this is a lot. I don't know if I can do it. And just before I go on, let me see in the chat, is there anybody else that can be honest with me with, like, you felt like that, like, or you feel like that now? Like, give me a thumbs up, give me a yes, that's me, yes, that's me, yes, that's me. Like, don't let me sit in this by myself, this transparency. Like, I really struggled for a long time trying to figure this out, watching other people around me look like they like just jumped in and just started like swimming good and doing well automatically. Yes, that's me, yes, that's me. I'm telling you, I know I'm not by myself, which is why this is one of the passions that I have so much, because we are walking around and we're struggling, trying to make our dreams realize, and we're watching, feel like everybody else around us is doing well. That's what I want to stop. And, some people may jump on and they do well overnight, but that could be like they could like haphazardly jumped into what that like how you fumble into something, like, oh, I fumbled into it and it's like actually worked, but then they could not come back and tell you what the strategy was behind it. And you'll see a lot of gurus and a lot of people that's out here marketing, like, let me teach you how I made $5,000 in a day, and let me teach you how I made $10,000 in 30 days, and let me teach you how I did that. Yeah, that's because they probably stumbled across some success, and all they want you to do is buy into the idea that all you have to do is buy this oil and then post it online, and then you'll be making just as much money as I am. Or you stumble across the MLMs, and I'm not against MLMs. I'm just saying, you stumble across these ones and they say, oh, you can be so successful, and then it turns out like, wait, it takes a lot of work. So yeah, I may have gotten a product from you, but I still have to do a lot of work to make that happen. And so in that, like, we get really kind of caught up in the fast track and doing it, that we lose the foundational rules. And those foundational rules is what helps to pull us right back around to what does it really take to see our businesses move the needle and we start making profit. And that is exactly what we're talking about today. So, I mean, with everything that I have learned in my journey, I'm learning to now not try to rush it. I remember having a business partner when I had one of my salons, and I learned so much from this business partner because he was super successful. He and his wife were very successful. And just the negotiating, like for me, I wanted to get in there and make it happen, get in there and make it happen. But I watched how he was patient. He never answered anybody real quick. He took his time and he really evaluated what it was that we wanted to do. And every time I wanted to make a rash decision, he calculated it, he counted the cost, he referred right back to his foundation. And every time it always turned out on top. Like I always sat back like, man, I would have answered that quick and I would have lost a lot of money. And especially for people that have service businesses. So I do want to know what business you're in. So like put that in the chat. What is your business? Because a service-based business, we're so quick to give a price and we're so quick because we want to make that sale. And then we sit back like, man, I should have really counted the cars. Sharon says, yes, you can fumble, but you don't have to have a strategy to keep it going. Exactly. Makeup artists, hair. Yeah, service-based businesses. Y'all will get in there and then you'll like, you know, want the business so bad, small business contract writing, and then you undersell yourself. Like Aaliyah said in hers, she wants to be able to have that confidence to charge her worth. Tia, women's accessories. So like all of this is going to go right back to what I was saying. So let me tell you a quick story and then we're gonna get through these slides real quick so we can get to the hot seat. When I opened my first salon, and I remember being in Savannah, Georgia, I opened my first salon, and at the time, I believe it was one of the largest salons in Savannah. I had 10 hairstylists, 2 nail techs, 2 or 3 assistants, a receptionist. I mean, it was a full service bang out thing, right? And there was like everybody that came in the door, they wanted the owner. But I was trying to find a way that I could spread it to my staff where everybody is coming in doesn't want the owner, but I had a standard that I was trying to set for my salon. And so that standard was that standard of like excellence and professionalism and class and beauty and, you know, everything that we needed that embodied, you know, what I wanted my marketing message to look like. And at the time I had no idea what marketing messaging was, right? And so this is one of those things that I'm talking about where I fumbled into success. So this was before social media, and I'm telling my age with this was before social media when all you could do was radio slots, TV ads, commercials, you know, those church bulletins, you would put your ad inside of that, you know, somebody selling, raising money, and they want you to buy an app or something. I mean, it was like everything that I did for my marketing, it cost me money, right? And so I figured what better thing to do was to put it in a commercial, because at the time there were no salons on, and still to this day, do you really ever see any beauty salons advertising on TV? I don't. So, and then this was also during the time during cable where there was a guide channel, and the guide channel, a lot of times people got stuck on a guide channel. For all of y'all younger ones that don't understand this, but like you would be watching the guide channel and then like, oh man, what was I waiting for? And then you got to wait all the way again until the channel comes up that you're looking for. Now you can speak in your microphone on your remote and then you can get it, but you couldn't do it then. So I thought, okay, who is my target market, right? Before I even did the commercial, I had to identify who the person was that I was talking to. So instead of me saying, you know, well, I want women from 19 to 65, that's not a target. That's not narrowed down enough. So let me tell you what my advertising slogan was, and then we'll be able to dissect it as we go through this whole presentation. My advertising slogan was, a shampoo and style in 2 hours or your service is free. Free. Like, can you believe that? Everybody that I knew in the industry was like, you are out of your absolute mind. Because back then it was like late 90s, early 2000s. Everybody was getting in and out of a African-American salon in 2 hours. And it was going to be free. They just knew people were going to be coming and like just timing me just enough so they can get out and say that, oh, she didn't give it to me, so it's free. And that never, ever happened. But in turn, guess what happened? In turn, it spoke directly to the target that I wanted my market to be. I wanted the professional woman that could care less about how much my service cost, but cared more about her time. Her time was the goal for her. And so by guaranteeing a woman that has a busy schedule, that she can come on her lunch break. She can come after work, before work. She can still come on a Saturday and take her kids to a soccer game and go to the ballet recital and still have lunch with her husband. She could still have a full-fledged life and not center it around being in the salon all day. And the marketing from just that alone exploded. We had clients coming from as far as South Carolina, Jacksonville, all the surrounding areas by Savannah when I was living there, and the salon was flooded, and nobody was coming in there looking for, oh, it's 2 hours and it's free. Oh, it's 2 hours and it's free. And that was a bold statement to get the attention of the market that I was after. So now let's dissect that as we go through everything else. In your marketing, you're going to find, or in your business, you're going to find that you have two main players. And the two main players that you have in your business is fear and you have faith. Fear really builds up when you really do not have that foundation set. Fear is when you don't have the stuff that's going to say, okay, here is my North Star. This is what I'm going to always refer right back to when I'm in that space of, I think somebody said, like how to like start the business, stay consistent. This is where you bust out that fear and really operate on faith. And faith is with the works. Faith without works is dead. And I don't mean to get so woo-woo on you, but that's my foundation. And my foundation says, if I want to see the life that I'm desiring manifest and show up for me, then I have to put my work with my faith and let it happen. And even if there is some fear, I let fear be the propeller on my back that keep pushing me. I let fear be the propeller that says, you know what? I'm not aligned with my foundation. Let me get back to my foundation. So you're going to always have these two players on your team, kind of like either working together or working against each other. And it's your choice. It's your choice when you start to work on the foundational tools that we're about to talk about. All right, everybody got me? So I feel like I'm talking to myself right now because I can't see y'all, but I feel like y'all are tracking with me. And if you can put in the chat, I'm with you. I'm with you, Erica. I'm with you, Erica. I'm with you, Erica, because I just need to know. Alonzo is a mortgage loan originator. Aaliyah is a apparel business. Aaliyah says, I'm here. Y'all with me? Y'all tracking with me? All right, Jonna says, I'm with you. All right, y'all. So let's go on to what is first. The first thing is first. So before we get to that, I want to let you know now, when we get to the hot seat, these are the questions that I'm going to ask you so you can go ahead and start just kind of preparing what those questions are going to be. That way we can get through each person, we can get through that hot seat and we can get some answers, right? So the first question I'm going to ask you is, what is your business? So let's take some notes with that one. What is your business? The second question I'm going to ask you is, what problem does your business solve? And let's just say you're in a business that does not have a problem or pain point, but it's two things that's wrapped up in when I say a problem to be solved. A problem could be you are taking them away from the pain or leading them to pleasure. So it's either when I ask you what problem do you solve, ask yourself, am I taking them towards pleasure or am I getting them away from pain? So that's something I want you to think about when I ask you what problem do you solve. Another one is, who is your target audience? Remember how broad I told you I could have said from 18 to 65? Who is your target audience? Because when I made the statement that your service is free if it's over 2 hours, that target market, they identified themselves as, at the time it was like 30 to maybe 55 women professional that were mothers and family, like they were either CEOs, professionals, or mothers. And they came right in that space and slid in and identified who they were, because my messaging picked them up and I didn't have to do any more marketing for that after that, because it really did the job for us. So who is your target market? And if you don't know it right now, this is a good time to get in the hot seat. this is a good time to start having those questions answered, like who is your target market? And then the last question I'm going to ask is, what marketing have you done? So let me make sure you guys got it. So just let me know you got the questions, and then if not, I'll repeat them before we go back into I'll repeat them before we go back into everything else. And Renee, no, Portia is an insurance broker. I'm with you. Thank you, Portia. So like, okay, do you have the questions, guys, that I'm going to ask when we get back in here? What is your business? What is the problem that you solve, whether it is the away from pain or if it's towards pleasure? Who is your target market? And what marketing have you done already? Okay. And so before we move forward in the chat, can you guys share with me what is your biggest pain point or concern as an entrepreneur right now? And I'm going to be taking notes with that one. So this is when I got to take notes. So here's my question. Victory stem cell patch. Okay. So what is your biggest pain point or concern? So Victory, you're telling me you're this Renee. Okay, Renee. So you're saying your business is a stem cell patch. Okay, got it. Jana is a travel agent and getting leads. Okay, so is that your pain point or your biggest pain point or concern, Jana, that you want to get leads? Or you're telling us, because I think you came on after I asked a question, what is it that you want to get from this session? So, and I told them to tell me what they did and wanted to get, what did they want to get from the session? So Olia, her pain point is not, well, is it fear of not being successful, Olia? I'm gonna try to write as fast as you guys get it coming up. Portia, she want to close sales. So Portia, when you say closing on a sale, that is your biggest pain point or your concern for your business, correct? And then Sabria, film industry, getting more contracts. So wait a minute, y'all. Like I get what you're doing. So you're answering like, okay, these are some of your needs. So you want to get more contacts. And so Sabria, let's start with you for a second. Like you want to get more contacts, but what is your biggest problem? What's your biggest pain point? Is it like, I'm afraid I am not going to be able to get into the film industry? Can I not get enough contracts? So I kind of want you to put it in the form of like an emotion of what you feel. So if you guys can just kind of like circle back the ones I've already answered, what is like a pain point? Like Portia, is it, the fear of not closing enough sales by the end of the month to meet my quarter, to meet my goal? Like, so kind of reframe it from the space of like what it makes you feel like that it gives you pain. Not having consistent clientele. Jasmine, that's a good one. Okay. Getting new clients and hitting that specific audience. So Leah, your concern is that you're not able to get new clients, or is it that you are concerned that you're not hitting your specific audience? Okay, I got it, Portia. So it is a fear of not being able to close those sales. Okay. All right. Fear of not making a quota, Jana. Okay. And I want you guys to pay attention to how I'm framing these questions and where we're pulling from, okay? Fear of not reaching sales goals monthly. Okay, Portia, I got that. Aaliyah, you said both. Got it. Okay, Sharon, needing more time to actually do quality work. When you have a full-time job, demand, and family? Oh, that's a good one, Sharon. How do you balance being able to have a full-time job? And then, so it's like that concern is like balancing a full-time job and then still being able to have the quality work for your business. I'm trying to write fast, y'all. Okay. And the last question, Renee, was, what marketing have you done? Okay. And then Sabria, you said, I'm afraid I won't get new contract jobs. Okay. Okay. All right, that's good, y'all. That's good. That's really, really good. So now we're going to go ahead and move on. So I'm not going to put your questions to the side. I'm going to show you how we're going to circle back to how your concerns can really help me to show you how that foundation works. So what you're seeing is, again, I told you from the beginning, I pulled the curtains back. I even have it on presenter screen so you can just see kind of like behind the scenes of how I work. We're going to go into some of the tools that I use because I want you to see how I'm building up to how the foundational pieces work. So first things first, we have to build trust. Before you can make a dollar, before you can make a dollar from your customer base or from your contacts or anybody that you want, you have to build trust. You have to be intentional about building it. Engage enough to understand what they value. Then set yourself up to deliver over and over and over again. And because you're taking your clients on an uncharted waters, you're taking them on a journey and you have to be their guide. And so what I mean by that, and here's my notes and you can just kind of like check them out. Think of the people, businesses, or products that you trust. And ask yourself why. Is it because they have delivered over and over again? So here's a formula that I use that works. Think of 3 things that you can do for your customer before you even ask for a sale. 3 things you can ask for your customers. 3 things you can do for your customer before you even ask for a sale. And so like for Alonzo, mortgage brokering, it could be, giving them ideas for how to, how to come to the mortgage table and get approved. For, I think, Portia, you were saying on the contracts, like, what is the information that you can give them before you ask them for the sale? Jonna, you're a travel agent. What is some of the tips and things that you can do for them to make them feel like, oh, she's the person that really understands my travel needs and I can now ask them for the sale? So like, but when you listen to them, they will always tell you what they want and they value. Right. And so me just asking everybody, what is your biggest pain point or your biggest concern? Right. I have a captivated audience because we're in a training. So let's just say I was on social media and I just did a video or I did like a posting and I'm asking questions like, hey, what is one of your biggest frustrations when you're traveling with your family? Donna, that could be something for you. And then when everybody start answering those questions, you start writing those questions down because then you formulate your marketing around all the concerns that people have. Can y'all see what I'm saying, how that will work? So you start taking all of the concerns that people have and you start building out, how can I give until I be able to ask for the sale? So some of the places that I use as a part of my formula to kind of find out, what do they value, what do they want, is you go through the search engine, you go to Quora, you go through Quest, you go through all of these places like YouTube, and you go into like where your market is. So like Zoe, I'll use you, Alonzo. So like, let's just say you went inside of YouTube and you type in, how to, the benefits originating a mortgage. And then somebody has, a video up that's got like a couple 100,000 views and it got a couple hundred messages in it. This is where some good foundational homework come in, y'all. And like, it will blow your mind how quickly your business can increase. You just go through the comments. The comments is where the gold lives. If you go through the comments and somebody is saying, well, one of my problems is I don't know how I'm going to be able to get qualified if I have this on my credit report. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to travel if I have this much in my budget. So you start going to either Google, TikTok, Instagram, every search engine you can find, and you post questions around your industry and you find the thread that has the most engagement. because it's going to be a lot of them. So one of those days that you don't have anything to do, or you set time to do it, that is one of your goals, to do research about how your clients are thinking, what are they feeling, what are they valuing, what are they talking about. You go through one of these and you go through the comments. And you're not in the comments to sell. You're not in the comments to send them back to you. You're in the comments to add value. So you go in those comments and you answer the questions. And you take notes of a lot of the questions that's being answered from an emotional place, because people typically make decisions based on how they feel, and then they use logic later to like justify why they made that purchase. Let me give you an example. I walk in Target and I'm purposely not getting a buggy, because Target will suck you in. And every woman on here knows Target will suck you all the way in. You walk in Target, you look by the dollar spot. Oh, this is cute. I didn't see that. And that goes inside of the little basket. And then you go by the toiletries and you're like, oh, you know what? I needed some toothpaste and I needed some soap. And then you go, and I just went in there for a box of pens. But by the time I come out, either my basket is weighted down or I have now transferred to a buggy. So when I get to the cash register, I felt good picking up everything that I need, knowing I did not come in there. I had $20 to spend, and now I know I have over $150 in my buggy. So how do I now justify the logic between the emotion that I just created as I stroll through Target, drinking my coffee, enjoying the sales, because now there's a pretty dress in here on clearance. I gotta get that. I can't leave that. So now I'm using my logic as I get to the cash register to say, I needed all this stuff. It was on sale. You know what? It's fine. I'm just going to spend it. That's how we think. When you think of your consumer, stop thinking like those people out there. Start thinking like this person right here. Think from a personal perspective, because when you think from a personal perspective, you market from a personal perspective. And when you market from a personal perspective, they build the trust around a real person. I'm not gimmicking. I'm not out there trying to like flip a switch and trick you to do something. I'm coming from a real space. And the only time you can get to that real space of marketing is through an emotion. So try to do that as a part of your formula. Before you say, hey, buy this, think of 3 things that you can do for them first before you even ask for a sale. And one of the things is you got to eavesdrop on your market, and you got to go find them where they are, and you got to see what they're talking about, and you got to see some of the major pain points, so you'll see some of the main words are going to come up at the same time. And I have a trick for that inside of one of our tools that I'm going to show you a little bit later. Okay. And so then the second thing is you have to know how to communicate with them to gain that trust. And that's exactly what I was just talking about. So now I just walked you through how to do some research on it, how to start eavesdropping on their conversations, how to add value in those conversations, because the adding value in those conversations, like Renee, you have these pain patches, right? So you can go to a YouTube channel talking about how to get over back pain, or how to get over neck pain, or anything that has to do with pain. And you can be in the comments like, yeah, I heard of this, I use this patch and it does da-da-da-da-da, it's really great. You should check it out. Not I'm selling it, not I'm doing it, none of that stuff. It is just you giving them the information. You're making them feel like you're there because you're concerned for what they are needing or what they're asking. And 9 times out of 10, when you give valuable information inside of any of these chats, any of these threads, you're going to use this free information to your advantage. So you're going to go through there and you're answering all of these questions as much as you can. You add as much value. And as you add the value, they're going to always come back and look for, well, who's this person? Who answered that? And when they come back to who answered that, that's when all of your stuff have to be stacked and ready. And I'm going to show you how to have it stacked and ready as we go through, because you have to, from the beginning, decide what is the journey you want to take your customer on. When they first touch bases with you, after you answer the question, after you give in value, after you've shown them the way, when they come back and point to Alonzo's website or Renee's website or Jasmine's website, when they come back to you, what are they getting when they get there? What is the first thing they see? What is the impression that they give? Do they feel the genuineness that the person really want to help them when they come back? Or is it nothing there for them to see? Or is it just like, content without context, like, little sayings and little quotes and things that's not inside of how do you make them feel? At the end of the day, you build trust when you communicate a feeling. And also through the communication in the business world is through your marketing message. A marketing message is a compelling marketing message story, has several key components that help engage and persuade the target audience. So we're going to go through 7 elements to create the messaging that will help build that trust. And you'll see through everything that we've done so far, I'm already doing it. We are already in it. I'm not trying to Jedi mind trick y'all. This is exactly who I am. I'm authentically true to who I am, but this is exactly how the marketing messages are built. So the first thing is audience identification. When you go into business, you always think, well, I want to service everybody. And when you come with that idea, you service no one. You service no one, because now you're just one of many people out there. Hey, come buy from me. Hey, come buy from me. Hey, come buy from me. Alonzo specified that not only is he a mortgage originator, he didn't tell you guys this, I just know him personally. He specializes in VA loan originating. So when he went all the way down to VA loan originating, it helped to give him a target. It put him in a lane of in a zone of genius that, yes, I am a loan originator for VA, but the low hanging fruit is, well, hey, do you do FHA? Oh, hey, do you do? So you're not losing anybody, but when you become an expert at something, it makes you stand out in a crowd because you separated yourself from all of the microphones that's yelling in the crowd, okay? And then attention grabbing opening. So your marketing message have to have something that grabs their attention. What is the thing that's going to grab their attention? Not free, not sale, not some trendy kind of sound that goes behind your music. It's a feeling that comes right when they as soon as they find you. It's the feeling that comes in that message. Like one of my advertisements, I asked, just like, are you tired of just feeling like you're making all this movement and you're not getting anything done? Are you tired of feeling like you're not achieving the goals that you want to make as a successful entrepreneur? Like you grab them with something that somebody lean in, like, yes, that is me. Like that is what you grab them with, right? And so then the next thing is, after you have identified who your target audience is, so I've done some videos on Instagram, you guys can go check it out. If you're not following me, it's at Finishing Strong. But I've done some videos and I said entrepreneur. So I start off with entrepreneur. Do you feel like and then that's the attention grabbing. And then I go right into the problem. Like, do you feel like you all over the place and you just cannot get your business on track? The problem is you keep getting lost in what to do next. Well, here is the solution. You create your goals and then you go through your tasks, but you see how I'm kind of lining up how that marketing message works. And I'm going to show you in one of those tools how you can really put this together and it just rolls off the tongue and is perfect. So those are the first 4. So then here are the next ones. The benefits and advantages. So benefits and advantages, people always get this one mixed up because they think that the features of their service or their business or their product is what people want to know about. They don't want to know about the features. They don't want to know that this essential oil has, I can't even read the, what's the name? My glass is not that strong, I guess. Canola oil or black seed oil, or they want to know, this is a blend of essential oil that energizes me when I have it on my desk to really, when I'm really trying to just kind of stay focused and working, I roll a little bit in my hand, I rub it, inhale it, and it just kind of gives me that feeling of, well, I'm up. It's like a citrusy feeling. So like, instead of me selling the fact that it has canola oil, blah, 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 the features, I'm selling the benefits and advantages of you. Do you ever sit behind your desk and you start feeling sluggish? Instead of you going to get that sugary treat that's going to add more weight, just put a little bit of essential oil in your hand, rub it together, inhale it, and it gives you some healing properties as well as it wakes you back up. It's like, those are the benefits. I'm not selling it, y'all. I'm just using that as an example because it's on my desk. But those are that's what I mean by you're leading with a feeling behind what the thing that you're offering gives. You got it? So I know I got a lot. Let me get into the chats. Tell me if you're with me. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. Let me see. Got it. Erica, I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it, Erica. Let me see. I got it. I got it. Thank you. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you, y'all. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yes. 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 Okay. So let me go back out the chats and let's go back in. So with leading with that emotion, you're always, always, always going to get the sale. Think of everything that you have bought, every brand that you trusted, and when you operate as a consumer now, as an entrepreneur learning these marketing strategies, you're going to operate as a consumer. And every time you operate as a consumer, you're going to be watching how many of these strategies are being used on you every day. Every day. So the next one is social proof. You may be new in your business and you're like, Erica, I don't have a lot of social proof, meaning testimonials, somebody that said it, somebody approved of it, somebody said you did it. That's something that you want to start collecting now. If you have already done work for somebody and they've done it, you've done an amazing job, and you just need them to say, hey, can you do a quick video and tell me, what was your experience? Hey, can you write me a little testimonial so I can put on my website? Hey, do you mind giving me your feedback on the product that you use so I can use that as social proof? Because we already know, especially me, I have been duped on Instagram a million times. So if anybody is on here that can agree, yes, that's me. I have bought something on Instagram. As soon as I paid the money, the picture looked so nice. They drew me in with all of those. They gave me, they identified me as the target because they came up with something I absolutely love. They had an attention grabbing opening. So I was able to just like jump right in like, oh yeah, that's me. I want that. And then they was talking about the problem. They showed me the product for the solution. They showed me all the benefits. And then I bought it. Right? But right after I press send and my money is gone, some Chinese writing comes up. I don't understand it and my heart sinks. Because one, I know I'm not going to get what I just paid for. The video I saw, the picture I saw, that's not going to be it. And it's going to take me about 4 or 5 months to come. And then when it comes, it's going to come with no return address. It's going to come in some little janky box and it's going to look like garbage. So now I've learned, before I press buy, I'm going to read the comments. That's social proof. We are always looking for what somebody else said, what somebody else got from it, what somebody else thought from it, because that is always going to be the thing that makes people make the decision on whether they want to do business with you. What does other people say about you as a professional? What does other people say about your product? Does it really work? So do not skip on social proof, because that is the golden ticket to selling any product or service that you have. And the last one is call to action. We do these cute little Instagram posts, or, we do these cute little conversational pieces when we're talking to people, and we never have a call to action. And 99.9% of the time, we don't have a call to action, because as soon as we get to, hey, would you do such and such, we let fear close our mouth, or we let fear shut us down. I remember talking to Jasmine one time before, and she was saying, like, when she has this big promo going on, the last thing she want to do is seem like she's begging people to do anything, and she don't want to come off as like salesy or like just bugging people. Marketing is a consistent pound. If you take these 7 steps and you do this over and over again, and you mix up the attention grabbing thing, or you rephrase the problem, or you rephrase the solution, or you add more benefits, because the only things that stay consistent in the 7 things is who your target is, what your social proof is, and your call to action. If you can get all of these things right, you will not be afraid to say, well, hey, because even a call to action don't always have to be, make money. My call to action is, hey, in the chat, tell me you got it. You got it, you got it, got it. It's like engaging, making sure that people are with you and they're tracking with you. So when you show up on social media in anywhere that you post, or you're trying to build a clientele, you got to think of a couple things that you want to show up to do. You can show up to entertain, to engage, or inform. Are you giving them information with a call to action? Are you entertaining them with a call to action? Are you informing them with a call to action? Are you engaging with them? Call to action. Everything goes back to a call to action. You don't ever want to show up in your market without saying, well, hey, put a wave in the chat and tell me that you good. Hey, if you had a great vacation, tell me where was one of the best places you had a vacation. Like have that engagement with people, right? So by incorporating these components into a marketing message story, businesses can create a powerful and persuasive message that resonates with their target audience and drive action. The action is the call to action. Like you always, because you pull them in with, I'm talking to you. You pull them in with, I know your problem. You pull them in with, I know the solution. You pull them in with, here are the benefits. You pull them in with, and these are what other people are saying about it. And then now, here is what I'm asking you to do. Got it? Got it. Feel like I'm talking to Case. Got it? Got it. Got it. So now the third one is, how do you create a seamless customer experience? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the experience when they touch your business, anything that you have, your social media page, your website, your landing page, anything that they touch, it's got to be this seamless experience. So Onyx, I was asking her a question because Onyx is a fashion designer and stylist, and she made this phenomenal piece that literally could be walking in a runway right now. And I asked her a question, and this is where a lot of entrepreneurs really, really fumble the ball when it comes to making the final sale. She did all of the work to get this beautiful product, but she never decided how she was going to market it and what that was going to look like. So when you have a product, you have a service, when you decide how is it, like, what is the journey that the client is going to take to get to this? What is the purpose for making this? Like, Tia, you're a accessory, women accessory. Every time you make a bracelet, every time you make a necklace, every time you have a bag, every time you put a whole look together, who is the woman that's going to wear this, and how am I going to take her through the journey to get it? Like, so you don't create all of this stuff and not have a journey for your customers to go through and experience. Luckily for us, we're living in a high-tech society. So technology is on our side, from, Shopify to, Instagram, like every place that you can show your stuff up, tech is on your side, and you do not have to be a highly technical person. I'm not her. I'm really not. I just hire people behind the scenes to help me. But if you can't hire a lot of people behind the scenes to help you, all you have to do is use some of the free, next to free products, or things that only take a couple minutes, because a lot of stuff, like I'm sharing with you my tech stack. So the tech stack is, how do you stack the technology to work in your favor without you having to have all of this tech experience? By leveraging these tech tools, you can create a seamless customer experience from the first touch point with your marketing message all the way through to post-purchase support, meaning it doesn't stop when they buy. The conversation continues, the nurturing continues, because every time they think about getting their makeup done, they're going to think about Jasmine. Every time they think about they need some more patches, they're going to think about Renee. Every time somebody come up with like, oh, I want to go to an event and I want to look pretty, they're going to think about Tia. Like every time that you nurture them after their purchase point, you not only build up your business reach, You also build up brand whisperers. I love that terminology. You build up people that's like, when, let's just say somebody's talking about, I want to go on a fabulous vacation, but girl, I just don't feel like planning it. And this person had a fabulous vacation with Jonna. You know what they're going to do? Oh, I know someone, because Jonna is always nurturing them through the direct marketing. Hey, just some tips on your next vacation. Hey, looking like that time you may be, ready for sending them pictures of somewhere on a beach, like just always creating that nurturing conversation. Then they become the marketing tool that you need, and you didn't even have to do anything but just nurture them through the customer experience. So I'm sharing with you guys some of the tech tools that I use. It's a million out there. And the reason why I didn't give you all of the different options is because that's why you don't use them. Because you got too many options. It's like, how can I choose? So if I can just kind of offer what I use, and that gives you the idea of like how easy and seamless it is. And a lot of these systems, they really work interchangeably. They integrate together. So you really have one reading the other, and you can put it on autopilot. Now, I do spend money to have people to help me on the back end, but a lot of it, you really don't need it working, just starting out. So the first one is an email marketing system. Why is this email marketing system so important? MailChimp and Constant Contact are two that I've used. The CRM system that I use is Kartra. Let me tell you the benefit of these. Now, I don't get anything from promoting these things. I'm just literally tearing the screen back so you guys can see how I run my business and how I make it work. So with the email marketing system, now I think MailChimp has kind of advanced a little bit to like simulate a full CRM system, but in that CRM system is a customer relationship management system, meaning as you build up your content and you build up your clients and you build up your clients, you don't let that be the one purchase and they're gone. You hold on to their emails, you hold on to their information, and so that you can now have a direct market that you bring your information back to. When this training is over, you're going to get it. That's if you came through the training through the registration link. And if you came through the training through the registration link, you'll have all of this. But what I'm doing now behind the scenes, I have my tech person behind the scenes is making sure that everybody that's on this live that downloads the free book, they'll be put into the same stream that the people that came through the link is. And I'm about to make this an example. When they registered through the link, they got a, hey, congratulations, you're in, like, can't wait to see you there. Here are all the things that you need to do to prepare for it, blah, blah, blah. Right before the training started, hey, don't forget yesterday, hey, don't forget your training is tomorrow at 1. Today, don't forget your training is an hour away. Then after it's over, hey, I hope you enjoyed the training. Tell me what you got from it. What are some of the things that I can do better? So now I'm collecting information for what can I do better to elevate my next training, right? And then after that, hey, if you missed it, here's the replay. Hey, so what tools have you used from the training, blah, blah, blah. So now that is already done. I do not have to go back to my computer and write any of those emails. Everything is already done. It's on automation. If you're not familiar with that, automation is like king to really building a brand that's super duper solid, right? And so I do all of that through Kartra. Kartra allows me to create landing pages, and I'm gonna show you what a landing page look like. And we have all participated in landing pages and didn't even know what the name of it was, but it's really just like a sales sheet that has all these links on it that takes you through their business. And then it keeps you in this, it's called tagging. It tags you to a list like, oh, so Renee came in through this book. She purchased this. So now she's in the side of my leads that are hot, that made a purchase from me, is somebody that I can directly go back to. So these tech tools really help you to identify who your business is, or who's really rocking with you. So COVID should have showed us that with most of the brick and mortar businesses, when everything shut down, a lot of them didn't come back, because they did not have the tech behind them that was running. What businesses thrived through COVID? Everything that was online. You know why it thrived? Because they already built up a customer base that they could nurture whilst people were sitting at home panicking about whether they're going to get back out. And then people just started getting nervous and buying, because guess what? They were emotionally buying online, making them feel like their life was still normal. What if your business was already set up like that? Jonna, what if you were able to offer them virtual experiences directly to their email to show them what life would be like when they got back out? They would be calling you you would be the first person they call when the world opened back up. You see what I mean? So that's the power behind having those kind of systems behind you. Now we have the benefit of AI writers, and y'all, those are like, now Chat GPT is free right now. So, but you got to know how to use it. And we're going to go in, like when we put somebody in a hot seat, we're going to go into Chat GPT, and I'm going to show you the best way that you can get out of it. Jasper AI is what I use for a lot of my marketing stuff to help me. Because even if I don't let it write it completely out, I let it help me to just kind of like help me put my mind in that space of like, you know, aligning up those 7 steps that we just talked about. And so those are tools that you use to really help you to get your messaging really like streamlined and to the point, so that you can write your bio, your company's bio, your flyers, like any kind of copy. And copy is what the digital marketers call as whatever the writing is behind the scenes. So like whatever writing goes in front of your customer, behind the scenes is done with copy. Okay. Now, marketing automation, that's on a higher tech ticket, meaning right now, if your business is still small and you don't really have a big budget, put this on a check beside it, as when your business grows, you can use this. But it's a way to now put your marketing on automation. So it's basically just managing your whole list, is bringing in leads. So it has a way to like capture people through their avenues of marketing, bringing in leads, and then making money that you didn't even have to work for. So then you have your CRM working for you and your marketing automation working for you. Again, that's on a higher price point. Now, Kartra, my CRM, that's about $99 a month for you to start off with. But I believe MailChimp has a free one for just in case you're not, you don't have a certain amount of leads. So I think they start with like a certain amount of leads and then you pay. So I think, Portia, you asked like, how do you do all of this with like little to no budget? You can start with one of these because it has free ones to it that you can just kind of test it out. And then as you grow and you need a full-fledged marketing system like CRM system, then you go to, and the reason why I have this compared to MailChimp is my courses and my memberships and all of that lives inside of Kartra. So everything about my business is in this one place, where with MailChimp, I think they do landing pages. I know they keep your people, but I wouldn't be able to have a course built out and then MailChimp or Constant Contact could hold it. So that's the one that I use. So that's $99. And so you can create the CRM experience for free in MailChimp until you build your business, is what I'm saying. You can get the copy that you need in Chat GPT for free right now until you build your business. Jasper AI, I got in when it was a beta group, and what I'm just finding out is now they charge you on a yearly basis. So like it's a couple dollars a month, but you pay up front for the year, which they didn't do that to me. They still, I guess I got grandfathered in, so I just still pay a monthly fee. And I want to say the reason why this one is high price is it's probably about $200 or $300 a month. So like I would not say, use this. I only put it up as a suggestion as you grow there. So just remember that you can stack your tech with something that does even your marketing for you. Okay. And then some videos, tech stacks that I use. One of them is called Big Boo Teleprompter. And I have that on my phone. And I want to say it's like $20 a month or something like that. It's not expensive, but it's a teleprompter that once you put your information in Chat GPT and then you copy and paste it and put it inside of Big Boo. Big Boo is like you're looking at the screen and you're reading it, and it looks like you're talking to the person when you're actually reading it. Some of my marketing videos, if you ever go back and watch it, you'll be like, I can't even tell she's reading it. And I was. All of the entrepreneur stuff, I'm pretty much like off the top of my head because I'm feeling what the question was that somebody said to me. Zoom is what we're on now. And that's why I wanted to show y'all the behind the scenes so you can see, like, you can create this whole environment of learning, especially for like Zoe, if you wanted to do a training on how to get qualify for a VA loan, and you wanted to just bring people in and teach them all the things they need to do to stack up so that they can come to you to then get qualified. So like you can use Zoom for a lot of stuff that is not just meetings for corporations. Like this is your own platform, so you can do that. And then StreamYard and OneStream are tech tools that if I wanted to go live with this training, I could go live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook all at one time. And I think OneStream is like $6 a month. So it's like small money, but it's small money for you to do exactly what I said. Give them something at least 3 times, build trust, have those conversations. Jonna, you live on a beautiful Turks and Caicos Island. You could literally be walking around talking about how beautiful this island is, and then, or you travel extensively, taking all of this good footage live while you're there, making people feel that I want to be there thing. And you can do it on OneStream or StreamYard, and everybody get it at one time. And so the video editing that I've learned from Jasmine is CapCut. And it's like if I can edit my videos, I promise you can. I was terrible. Like I was terrified of that. And CapCut it allows you to put a couple of videos into, like, slide it in the order that you want it in, and then you cut it, and then you meld it together. You put your music behind it. It has captions where the words come up, and then it looks like it's high tech, very classy. As long as you have good lighting, and good sound, people will absolutely love it. And it does not have to be professionally shot. You don't have to go and get a videographer, a photographer, and all of that. And these expensive cell phones that we have, that is the best high-tech video picturing source that you could possibly have. Do not underestimate it. Get a good light, get a good ring light. I should have put that in there. Get a good ring light. Make sure that you're in a nice, clean environment. Like I always keep my behind my scenes clean, or wherever I am, and making sure I have good sound. Your phone is capable of doing it all. Do not spend a bunch of money right now trying to make it perfect. The best action is action, even if it's done imperfectly. When your intention is pure, when you have the foundation that we've been talking about, you can show up in any industry and captivate your audience using your cell phone. Okay. And so the next one is the tech stack. The social media tech stack. So social media management systems are Hootsuite, Buffer, and I know it's a lot of them, but Hootsuite and Buffer are the 2 that I use. I've used Hootsuite, and that's why I said in the beginning, you might see my posts in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all of those places, but I pretty much only post one time, if not twice. And don't sleep on the YouTube shorts. Don't sleep on the reels. Don't sleep on TikTok. TikTok, I was I'm not on TikTok because I'm not a dancer. I'm not somebody that's going up there and dancing and all that stuff. But I noticed that if I just went on and just gave value, if I gave value, I remember when I started out initially as a business strategist and helping people, mentor them through, their sales and their marketing process, I was always afraid that if I showed up and just told everything, then they're not going to have nothing to sell when they come back and want me to hire. And it was like, Erica, give everything. Like right now, you are getting everything out of my soul in how to really create and stack your marketing well, that I'm not afraid that, okay, if they want to buy the course, then I'm not going to teach them. It's way more things that you need to learn. And it's one thing about learning things and then about executing. Because one of the things that I learned is, especially for service-based businesses, even products, you give the information and you sell the implementation. So I can give you guys all of this information, but some of it you're gonna be like, okay, Erica, now how do I do this again? And then I have a course or I have something for you to be able to buy to get it. But my point is, you always give as much as your information. So when you show up on these YouTube shorts, reels, and all that stuff, don't hold back like, oh, I don't want to give all my information because then my competitors might take it and go. Nope, that's gonna build the trust even stronger with your actual customer. And then this is what I was talking about. There's a handy dandy little trick that you can use to just see where your people are. So this is a free keyword generator. And Portia, I think you were saying something about wanting to be able to make those goals and stuff. So when you go in there and just type in the phrase or a question that you think your customers will have. And it'll give you all of these keywords that then you can go to Google and you can go to YouTube and you can go to all these different search engines and you can type in the phrase or the word or something around that. And it's going to give you every phrase or word that somebody has been searching for. So when somebody's searching for it, then you can take that same search phrase, go into YouTube and then look at the videos, look at the comments, add value in the comments, and make sure that you have something for them to come back to. They come back to you, and then you can sell them. Then you can nurture them. Then you can bring them along. And then another one is podcast. Don't underestimate a podcast, because even this, I'm recording this now. I can literally take the audio from this, download it into my Anchor podcast avenue, and Anchor goes out to over 7 different podcast sites, including Apple Podcasts, like I can't name them all, but like I'm only posting in Anchor and it goes out to 7 different podcast platforms. So you can record something on your phone, download the audio, put it inside of your podcast. Your podcast can be the place that people can just go for information, whatever that is. Just making sure that your reach is far and wide. Okay, so I know that was a lot. Let me do a check on everybody. Y'all good? Are y'all still with me? I don't want to feel like I'm boring y'all to death. Are we good? Somebody say MailChimp is right. Cultivate relationships. That's right, Tia. Q got it. Q got it. I guess that's what you said, Sharon. Got it. I see all the got it. Y'all with me still? Am I boring y'all to death, or is this good information? Can we just get a thumbs up? Good information. I'm getting this. Can you say something to me to let me know? Because I just want to make sure. Thank you for the thumbs up to you. Thank you, Portia. Got it. Good info, Renee. Thank you, Leah. Got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. So now, did somebody say something?
Yeah. Do you want us to hold our questions to the end?
I was about to say, nope, after these next 2 slides, we get into the hot seat.
Okay.
That's where the questions happen. All right. And we almost there. You see, I'm trying to go through it quick enough so we can get to the hot seat, but still not go through this too fast where you really get what I'm trying to give to you. So overall, these tech tools can help online businesses streamline their operations, increase efficiency, and improve customer engagement, leading to greater success in the long run. So here is something that I want you guys to kind of take notes on, even if you don't take notes on the questions behind it. But when you're creating your marketing plan behind any product, any service, let's just say you have Jasmine has a makeup line, and she has a setting spray, and she has lashes, and she has setting powder, whatever that is. You do this marketing mix plan for every product that you have, every service that you have, because that gives you multiple ways to bring people into your service. So Tia, if you have bracelets, and if you have a purse, or if you have hats, that product is different for each one of these. So like, what problem does it solve? And remember when I said about the problem, you might say, well, what does a problem solve with a bracelet? Or what pleasure are you bringing them to? So it's either, and that is the problem. So like you're pulling them away from pain to pleasure, or you're rescuing them out of the pain. So what is it that the problem that your service solves? So like Alonzo, you could say, well, it solves getting a loan. No. What is the problem? Like my services solve the problem of alleviating the fear or frustration that I may not be able to get into a home. So you want that problem to be on an emotional level that they feel, because that's what you lead with, right? And then what is your product or your service? Then the price. How much will they pay for the results? Remember, I think Aaliyah was saying about she want to be able to, charge what she's worth. What will they pay for the results? You are like, a lot of times, a lot of service-based businesses, they'll charge based on, I can do this easy. I can do this in my sleep. I'll just charge you, blah, 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 blah. No, you charge based on what those results will give them, right? And those results is really pinned onto the problem that you're solving. So when you start deciding your price, you're not deciding it based on I don't think they're gonna pay $250 for this. No, is that solving a big problem? Does that service give them relief for 2 or 3 months? Like, what is the result that they're gonna be paying for? And then the promotion, how will you reach them? That's what we were talking about with, doing that market research, putting those answers inside the keyword search, going and looking and finding where your target market is, eavesdropping on them to see what they're talking about, understanding like this is where they live. So if I work on getting my back end together, getting my customer experience together, when I go in there and give them some feedback, I'm not putting my website in the chat. I'm not, because you hijack somebody else's stuff and then you seem salesy when you're in there. Well, I have this product and you need to just come over to my page. But if you genuinely jump in there and just answer questions, they're going to come and find you. And when they come and find you, what do you have for them when they reach back? So that is how you just kind of do your promotion around that. But then I also have a way that you can kind of score this all out to say, okay, where will I be? Will they be at a women's event? Will they be at a company gathering? Like, where would they be that you can put your product in front of them to help them see what pleasure they get from it, whatever product or service you're going to have, and then how much you're going to pay. And then what I was just talking about, where will they be? So that's how you just kind of put it together. Like, okay, where do I want to show up for them? Where are they hanging out at? Where are they having these conversations? And how can I make the best and the most impact? Okay. So now it's time for the hot seat. It's time for the hot seat. So for a second, I'm going to stop sharing. Let's pause this. I'm going to stop sharing and then I'm going to bring everybody up. So who want to be my first person? And I forgot to mention, you have to have your camera on to ask a question. So I don't care if your hair not done, your makeup not done. I need to see your face if I'm going to be talking to you. All right. So should I start calling names, or because I'm going to go with the faces?
I'll go first.
And then you go first in the middle of doing your hair. Go ahead, Jasmine.
I'm doing my lot. So if y'all want a little tutorial while we doing it.
All right. What's the question? Well, before you start, remember the questions that I asked.
Yes. So I am a makeup artist. I consider myself as a beauty enhancer. I feel like I provide pleasure for my clients, and the pleasure that I sell to them, or the pleasure that they are purchasing, is not just in glam, it's in confidence. So I'm selling them confidence pretty much. So they're getting pleasure, and I feel like that's not a problem. That's more a pleasurable thing. What was the other question from that?
Who is your target market?
My target market is mainly everyday working women, because one of the things that I feel that I know that I bring with my brand is quick glams. So for my everyday hardworking women and special needs mothers, they need something to be done quickly versus spending an hour on their face, something more so 25 minutes.
Okay. And then, so what was some of the marketing you've done so far?
Just promoting on social media platforms, videos. I want to start in doing video reviews after I do someone's glam, or even after I teach them a one-on-one on how to complete a glam under 30 minutes. So like you said, testimonials that I can use for promo.
Okay. And so what's your question?
It's still the same that I put in the chat earlier on just how to stay consistent with my marketing, because I heard you mention that one of my concerns was feeling like I'm being a bother. So like, I always feel like when I have like a class, or if I'm selling something, when I post it one time, they got it. So I hate having to throw it in their face because I feel like I'm bothering them, but I feel like I don't have their problem solved. So once I target into like learning how to solve their problem, then I probably won't feel like I'm just pushing a class in their face or pushing a product in their face. One of the products that I'm working on now is the setting powder, setting spray the primer, the setting powder, and the setting spray. So talking to you before, I know you mentioned like stick, set, and spray as that being like the problem solving for a lot of people makeup applications, is their makeup don't last throughout the day because they don't have those three main ingredients, those three main products. So I know that that would be the problem solving for my brand, my company.
Okay. So it sounds like you are identifying the fact that your target market are women that has very little time to spend on pulling itself together as far as makeup artistry. And not only do they have very little bit of time, they also don't really feel like they can do it themselves. They don't feel confident enough to do it themselves. So that's why you sell the classes, right?
Right.
And so basically the thing that you should be really anchoring down on is the quick glam, right? The quick glam is the problem that you're solving. So when you start showing up, you don't start showing up with like, hey, I got a class coming. Hey, come to my class and learn how to do makeup. Just, you start leaning into, do you want to be able to look like you had a professional makeup service done in less than 15 minutes? Like, put a time on it. Like, let me show you how to do your makeup in 15 minutes and get a professional look. You get what I mean? Because then the woman that's like 15 minutes, that time make a difference, right? So like you put something measurable on it for them. And that's what I wanted to tell you guys too, like a measurable thing for the person gets a quicker response. If you went on your thing and said, do a professional look on yourself in less than 15 minutes or 15 minutes or less with this da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So you're leaning into one of the biggest problems that they have. They want to get their makeup done. They want it to be, professional looking, but they don't feel like they have the time to do what you do, because what you do look like it take a lot of time. And then somebody trying to do it themselves take a lot of time. So when you're doing your classes, Jasmine, the best thing that you can do is ask them, what made you come to this class? What is one of your biggest pain points or biggest concerns about doing your own makeup? So that when it's time for you to do your marketing, you're using almost verbatim some of the things that they said to you, and then you're using a measurable time to put with it, right? So it's really all about reframing your marketing message around women that don't really have the time, don't really have the expertise, and why these classes does so well. So that's one thing you would talk about. And then your stick, stay, and spray, like you want to get a professional makeup look, you got to have the right foundation. These are the things that you absolutely need in your kit to have the right foundation. And then you tell them why the sticking is important, why the setting is important, why the spray is important. So like you're able to kind of communicate those things. Another thing I heard you say is about being a bother. Y'all already know you can invite somebody to a Christmas party, a birthday party, a graduation. You got to tell them 1,000,000 times to remind them to come. And that's your family. Imagine somebody you don't know.
Right.
Imagine how many times you had to see, a advertisement for anything. It's always going to be, you got to see it at least 7 times for you to say, oh, wait, I think I'm supposed to go to that. That's the behind the scenes. And like one of the things I was telling you, you already have a CRM system. And so you have to create a sequence that nurtures them all the way up until the day of your class. Hey, the class is starting. Hey, the class is coming. Hey, the class is coming. Hey, the class is coming. Hey, the class is here. The class will be starting in an hour. It's almost like we need those prompts in front of us consistently, because we are always bombarded by so many other things that tells us that takes our attention. I can see your ad come up, and then I'm scurrying off to like, oh, her nails look cute. Oh, I like that outfit. Oh, like our attention is like this with social media, TV, and all of our other things. So, and if you're genuinely in your mind, and this is for everybody, in your mind, when you set up your marketing, if you genuinely set it up with, I am solving a problem, which means I'm not selling, I'm serving. Imagine the mindset you would have if you were serving like food to homeless people. You wouldn't care if they forgot tomorrow. You're going to still be there, giving them food, wanting them to, be there because you're serving. Well, if you really are solving a problem, if you're really pulling them away from pain to pleasure, if you're really showing up to like give them immense amount of value, you're not selling, you're serving. So don't think that you cannot keep it in their faces because they need it.
Yeah.
They need it.
And that is true because I'm like that on social media. I can see something like, oh, I like this. And I probably save it or I probably just like it, but I'll keep strolling. And then I have to see it a few more times for me to be like, oh, okay, let me go ahead and hop on that.
Yeah. And how many times have you saved something and forgot you saved it until it come up again? Like, oh, I wanted that.
Yes.
So yeah, if you switch the mindset from I'm selling to I'm serving, then it don't feel sleazy and salesy anymore.
Right.
Okay? Thank you, Jasmine. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Awesome. All right.
Oh, wait, one more. So I was talking about the consistency of my clientele. And I know that you mentioned about having products. So for a service-based company to have products to sell something in those times where clients are low.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, so that's one thing too. Like for anybody that has a service-based business, one of the things that Jasmine is talking about is to really multiply yourself and not work yourself like crazy. You have to productize your business. Productize your business means you have to sell something outside of your services. You have to have something else that they can buy when they're not sitting in your chair, or when they're sitting in your chair, or when they're in your restaurant, or when they're with you, like when they're not with you. What can they buy? What can you sell them that's going to be a partner to what the service is that you're giving them? So you want to start thinking about, how can I productize my business? For years, I did weave and all that stuff, but it wasn't until the girls came now and they started selling hair and they like became millionaires and they like out of the place. It's like you have to reduplicate yourself with products when you're in a service-based business. Okay.
And then what if you don't have funds to get products?
Well, if you don't have funds to get products, one of your biggest attributes is what I call your intellectual property. That's your classes. That is your trainings. That is your one-on-ones. So like if you don't have a physical product, you got enough intellectual property that you can sell as well. You could be doing a class on how to do your own locks right now. Like, you have enough in your arsenal that you can sell, where if it's not a tangible product, it's a intellectual property product. You get what I mean?
Yep.
And so when you're talking about how do you stay consistent with your clientele, because you pretty much already built up a base, you're just not doing a good job at nurturing them.
Right.
You always got to think about nurturing them. They at least need to have a email from you once a week. And the email could just be a tip, or it's the holiday, happy Easter, happy this, happy Christmas, like it could be something, but you're always letting them see that you're with them in this journey.
I like that. I like that a lot. I definitely start using that.
Yep, constantly contacting. Okay, who's next?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So Jasmine, just mute it back out. Yep. Who want to go next? Or let me see. Renee, you're on the screen. Renee and Aaliyah, all three of y'all on the screen already. Did y'all have a question?
I'll go next if nobody wants to. Okay, so I had my bad. I was trying to do stuff and listen to y'all. I wrote down your 4 questions on my hand. You said, what was my business? I'm a hairstylist. And the problem that I feel like I solved is everybody want to look good when they go out everywhere. And I don't just do women or just men or just kids. And that kind of answers the next question that was answering, who is my target audience? I feel like that's my problem. I do so much of everything. I haven't zeroed down to where I need to be or what I can do the most. So I feel like that's my problem of getting consistent.
Maybe your sound going out, Leah.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
because I do consistently so much of everything. So when people ask me, hey, what do you do? I have a list of over 30 things that I'm telling them I do. And like you said, I need to be specific in certain things because I do probably do a silk press better or wig better. It needs me to be my specialty so I can get that kind of target audience around, I want to say 19 to 30, 31. That's a good target audience for myself. But again, I don't get those kind of things because I tell people I offer everything. So I get kids, I get older women's wet sets, all of these kind of things. And for me, marketing myself, I tried to make social media as far as like TikTok and Instagram. But again, I love those kind of.
You went out, Leah. It must be her
things.
Wait a minute, Leah, you
Can you guys hear me?
We lost your face and your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what was the last thing that I said?
That you do so much.
I do so much that it's hard to keep a clientele of the things that I really want, because when people ask me, what am I doing? I'm giving them a list of over 30 things. These are not the things I want to do anymore. Basically, what I was listening to what you're saying, what I want to offer is a long-lasting, healthy hairstyle at an affordable price, but not cheap. I don't want to downplay myself and go too cheap, but I still want it to be affordable and not an outrageous price for something that, like you said, even though I can do it in my sleep, it's took me a long time to get here.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
And you said something about social media too.
Yeah, what marketing you do?
Oh, so that was where the phone had cut out on me. So I've tried TikTok and Instagram, but again, I don't feel like, yes, I love looking at social media like we all said, but when it comes to me actually interacting, I feel like I don't get any responses. I'm posting, and I get more pictures when I post myself. So then I had the idea of maybe starting to do my wigs on camera, do my makeup on camera. Maybe people want to see what I do instead of my clients first, get the attention of me, and then warm them up to the other people that I'm doing, or behind the scenes and stuff like that, or me maintenance in a wig really quickly. Mm-hmm. So that's my problem with social media. I feel like I'm not consistent enough, and then when I am consistent enough, I'm not getting the response I want. So it's like I think it will happen overnight, and nothing happens overnight. That's my problem. I want to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I have 10 million people like, you want to get this hair done, you want to get this style, and that's my problem when I wake up and I don't have that.
Right. And so let's talk about one thing too. One of the reasons that people start out and they like, I want to do everything. You do that really based out of the fear that I need to make some money. So I need to do, anybody that come in here, I need to do it. And then while you're working out of fear, the place of fear, nothing is really accumulating. You're just running the rat race like a hamster, and it's not accumulating. And then you're not loving it. And then before you know it, you're not going to love it. You're not going to want to do it. You feel overworked. You feel underpaid. Like that's how that cycle runs, because that's what fear builds up, right? Fear builds up the intensity to do something real quick, real fast, so that I can get some money and then not love it, right?
Right.
You just outlined how you can show up for your target market and don't even realize it, Leah. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. We're gonna dissect it so you can see it, because I got it. The first thing you said is you want to do long-lasting, healthy hairstyles, right?
Yes.
What would consist of a long-lasting, healthy hairstyle?
A glueless wig to me, because now I've learned so much in a few years. I don't have to use any glue. I can use spray, gel, mousse, any kind of product to lay that wig down and make it look as natural as possible without you having to snatch out your edges or keep hot combing certain things. Like I said, it would be something you could take off at night, grease your scalp, moisturize your hair, put it back on, and we can have a tutorial in the class on how easy you could do it without me. So you won't have to come back to me every week or 2 weeks. This is something easy that you can maintenance yourself.
So Leah,
or even
you're not selling wig installation. You're selling healthy, long hair.
Yes.
While it's in a protective style. So now your angle is not showing them how the wigs look good. It's showing them what it looked like when the wig comes off. What is the process that you took before you put the wig on? What are some of the things that you're doing to keep the hair healthy? And you're doing videos of people saying, my hair was this, now after Leah doing all these protective styles, it's this, and I'm still able to look good. I'm still able, like, you're not selling the implementation of a wig. You're selling, I can make sure that your hair stays healthy. You'll have a larger target market when you only zone into what you can do to still look good, still have your wigs, still have your weaves, still have that look that you want, but you have natural hair. I mean, you have healthy hair. So your angle is healthy hair
Right.
under protective styles. So now,
That actually, no, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
No, I was saying that made so much more sense because I actually have a regimen with my wigs now. If you come to me, I want to say for the next 3 months. So within that 3 months, I'm only going to put that wig on you twice, and I'm going to hydrate you as much as I can throughout that time. And I'm going to give you a silk press probably twice because I don't want to keep putting you back in those braids of the breakage. And then I want to take you out and let your hair breathe. And I want to give you back that moisture. It's so many things that I want to put your hair through. So it's not just in that one state.
So if you lead with that, Leah, you zero down on your target market just with that. You lead with the fear that everybody had. The fear everybody had with wearing wigs, the fear that everybody had with doing glue, the fear that everybody had with protective styles. Like, is my hair going to be okay? Am I going to be able to wear my own hair out? That's what you lead with. And then you show the results, but you also show what it looked like underneath. You show the process of doing it. You show why you're doing it. You talk about why you're doing it. You have voiceovers of you doing like let's just say you have your phone up while you're doing one and you videotape it, and then you do a voiceover of why it was important for you to trim her ends, why it was important for you to make sure that her scalp was healthy, why it was important for you not to braid too tight, why it's important for you now not to use the glue. You know, all of the things that women want to have their attention. Okay?
Yes.
So did that help you, Leah?
It actually made a lot bit more sense when you said from starting from ground zero, just giving me those passages with the words. I could go, like you said, piggyback on so much more and create my own sentence. Like you said, I just needed my attention grabbed first and then to get everything out there.
Exactly. All righty. So who would like to go next? And
okay, so you're gonna have to guide me on the questions because
okay. So what is your business?
My business is insurance, more specifically life insurance and travel. The issues I'm having is leads, one, and fear of follow up or follow through. So my marketing, huh?
You said leads and something else.
And follow up. Like, yeah, like I'll have someone inquire and then I don't really follow up like I should.
Okay.
What was the other question?
What problem do you solve?
Problem I solve is providing families monies to give their loved one a proper burial without having to go into debt to do it. Or having a fish fry to pay for it.
Okay.
And also to cover any expenses if they go on a vacation and they become ill or they die. Okay.
And so then who's your target audience?
My target audience is families and in no specific age because death occurs with no specific age group or number, and travel because everybody, even before COVID, people traveled, but I think people are traveling more after COVID because they realize how quickly life can change. I know people knew that before, but I think they are more, let me enjoy my life now kind of thing. So yeah.
And then what marketing have you done?
Marketing I have done was I created a social media, not really. Well, I started to. I started a lot. I started to do a page, and then I stopped. I have a Facebook account, I think, in one of them, in insurance. And I just not as been as attentive as I should have. I have gained some clients, but not through my marketing efforts. I don't think. I've gained some clients through referrals. Okay. People saying, well, Portia does this, you want to do that. And I have like a flyer, but it's on my WhatsApp, my business phone. Mm-hmm. So people are able to see that. Yeah.
Okay, Portia. So I'm going to lovingly ask you, mm-hmm. Can I coach you a little strong?
Oh, yeah. That's why I came. That's why I want to thank Jonna Messam, actually. Jonna was
okay. Yeah, so with your permission, I'm going to be a little strong. So you have this big product, which is insurance, right? But you really do not have a target audience. You don't have a specific business, and you are not lined up in a way that you can really make this business grow. And here's why. Because you have insurance as the big product, you still have to zero it down to who it is that you serve. And so when you do that, you start asking yourself questions about yourself as a consumer. Like, what area or what audience of people do you feel like you resonate with the absolute most? One, we know that women are the biggest consumers over anyone, right? Mm-hmm. And then we know that women with families buy even more than single women, right? Right. So as you start to think about who your target market is, and you narrow it down to, is it the single mom that has children that she want to make sure that they're being taken care of if should something happen to her? Is it the family woman that has a family and a business and a home, and she want to make sure that if something happens to her husband, or her kids, that they can still take care? Like, who can you wrap a story around that resonates with you authentically and that you can speak to authentically? Because like leading this, for me, my target was mainly women, single mother entrepreneurs, because I was a single mother for a long time and I was an entrepreneur the entire time. So I knew, like the back of my hand, all the pain points that I can speak around to build my audience, because I knew their language. Okay. So as long as you're saying families and everybody needs it because everybody's going to be worried about, providing for, the services after the family goes, that speaks to no one, mainly because nobody want to talk about death and burial. That's not a fun conversation. So you have to find a way to bring that conversation to an emotion that leads them away from that pain. Nobody's going to run into the pain and want to give you the money. You always got to be doing something to lead them away from the pain. So if I had to ask you, what target or what audience of people do you resonate with the absolute most based on your own life, who would it be?
It would be mothers with families for me.
Mothers
with single women. Yes.
And see,
it won't be single mothers. It would be married women with families, because I find that those are the women who are a lot of them are clueless of what will happen.
Absolutely. And so think about every pain point that they would have. Like, if you could write down a list, so I'm gonna charge you with that, to write down a list of if you were able to take a peek into their brain and pull out some of the things that they are worried about or they're concerned about, write those things down. Like, I'm concerned that my husband is the 100% breadwinner, and if anything happens to him, what would I do? I'm concerned that, do you sell whole life term or both?
Both.
Well, I'm concerned that when it's time for my children to go to school and we don't have the money now, where are we going to pull money from? Oh, my whole life insurance plan can do that. What if we have a leak in the roof and we can't pay for it? Oh, I can borrow from my whole life plan. What if I can offer you a way to save money for incidentals in your life, down the road, and still build up your life insurance? So you're pulling out the benefits, the things that brings the emotion out of the person. And so when you show up on any marketing platform, and I gotta say, you're not marketing nowhere. So
No.
So you really are starting from scratch. So you have this amazing vehicle, which is this insurance company, but now you're building it from who is Portia's target market, who is Portia talking to consistently over and over and over again. Because guess what? When you start talking to mothers with families over and over again, a single woman with a family might say, oh, I know you mainly talk to mothers with families, but I'm a single mother with a family, and I really want to make sure that my children are fine. You start bringing in that low-hanging fruit as you start to market, your business. So you don't have to worry about, oh, if I just say mothers with families, then I'm going to take everybody out of it. But the fact that you haven't specifically talked to one group of people, you've already taken everybody out of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? So I would love for you to be able to go ahead and write down all of those pain points that person, that mother, think of one avatar, one person that you can think of that will be your perfect market, that like she would identify as your perfect target audience. And then you question yourself, how would she think? What would she be thinking? What would she be thinking? Like, do she have 2 kids? Do you have 3 kids? Does she work and her husband work? Does she have a home or do they rent? Like, think about everything that you can think of this of your avatar, and then you start thinking about all of the pain points that she might have. Then you start researching some statistics on what percentage of women after their husband passes away fall into financial calamity. Those are the conversations you can have that then starts to make people think about a subject that they never want to talk about. So now my question is, where do you feel comfortable having that conversation, since you don't have social media anywhere? Like, how would you reach those people?
First, I think I need to, after identifying, I think that the web domain that I secured, which I've already done, and the social media pages that I have already created but not done anything with, I think that I can start there.
Okay. And do you have any opportunities to speak at like a women's event, a church, some local organizations, like, places where they maybe have like a huddle for entrepreneurs? Is there anything like that there?
I'm sure there are. I just have not done any research to okay, let me just say this. I'm a doctoral student, and so I have not done the work for my business.
Okay.
And I'm at the end of that journey, so I will have more time to put into this. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So while you're working on your doctoral program, you can start just kind of like creating the marketing message around it, right? So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go into that same process that I was just taking Aaliyah through, just so you can see how you can really wake up this this idea to see what your target market is. So what is the name of your insurance?
Tempo Insurance.
Tempo?
Tempo.
P-E?
T as in Tom, E-M-P-O.
Tempo. And I'm going to put your name because you want them to recognize you. What's you want first name or first and last?
Just for the first name, that'll be fine.
Okay. So we're going to talk to Mary Women. Oh, Lord. I need somebody to type for me. I'm trying to type so fast. Married women with families. What do they need from you? Who need to
I'll say sense of financial security.
Sense. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Security.
In the event of a disaster or the event of an unfortunate, I don't like to say disaster, unfortunate event, I don't know.
I said, should anything happen to spouse or family member
Right.
that leads to death?
Untimely demise. Someone says untimely demise. Yeah, I like that.
Demise. Is that it? Demise.
Yeah, D-M-I-S-E, yes.
Okay, what's something else? We want to lead with some emotional stuff. Feel a sense of security.
Sense of financial security.
They like give me all of the good things that they would feel in having that. Feeling like they did something responsible for their family.
Yeah, like preparation, financial preparation or financial
we have that in financial security. So I'm just gonna, so you know what, just bullet out some things, and that way we don't have to have a whole sentence. So they feel peace of mind. Peace of mind. Secure, responsible.
coverage.
Complete coverage. Is it anything that, like, just one more thing, is it one more thing that you specifically want them to like feel or know about your services?
I want to say something about planning for their children's future or something like that, but that's educational future or something.
Okay, that should be good. And so we're going to be compelling, informative, and engaging. That's good for you? Let's see what we get. And remember the format. You're going to get the attention, the interest, the desire, and the action with the call to action. So this is something that you can use on your social media and on your website. Are you planning for your family's financial future? With Tempo Insurance, Portia can have with Tempo Insurance, Portia, you can have, why do they put your name in there? With Tempo Insurance and Portia, you can have the peace of mind that comes from knowing that your family is taken care of if something happens to your spouse or family member. Our comprehensive coverage plans provide complete protection, so no matter what life throws at you, you will be protected and secure. Plus, we offer special educational benefits to help ensure your children's dreams come true. With Tempo Insurance, Portia not only, well, they're talking to Portia, I think it's the way I got there. With Tempo Insurance, you not only do you get the security of peace of mind that comes with your insurance plans, but also more control over your finances than ever before. We understand how important it is to take responsibility for protecting those who matter most. So let us help make sure they're taken care of if something were to happen. What is wrong with me today? Action. Check out all the options available with Tempo Insurance now. Are you a married woman with children, ready to ensure your family is taken care of no matter what happens in life? That's a good attention grabber.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out Portia, so we're going to pretend like they didn't put your name in there. Temple Insurance delivers complete coverage. Temple Insurance, Portia with Temple Insurance. That's how we're going to change it up. Portia with Tempo Insurance delivers complete coverage for the unexpected. With our plans, you get peace of mind knowing that if anything ever happened to you or your spouse, there will be enough protection provided for your family's future. Plus, do not forget about planning for your children's education. We offer flexible policies with important options that allow you to put money aside specifically towards their schooling. You can trust us when it comes to protecting yourself and your loved ones from life's unpredictability. We are responsible and secure so that one day everyone has financial security should something unforeseen arises without breaking the bank. Make sure your loved ones are taken care of by signing up today. Get started with Tempo Insurance. Well, they got tempoinsuranceportia.com, but you can put your own information. So Portia, go ahead and screenshot that. Or can you take a picture of it on your phone or something? Or screenshot it? I think that's a good one that you can kind of start working from. What you think?
Yes, I do.
Because you can literally just take that and rephrase it and reword it. But I definitely would say Portia with Tempo Insurance. And so let's read the last one. Family support is essential, but what happens when the unexpected concerns occurs? Portia, Tempo Insurance and Portia understand. Okay, they got that one right. Tempo Insurance and Portia understand that life can be unpredictable. That's why we offer an insurance policy that gives you peace of mind and a sense of financial security for both you and your family in case of an untimely death or illness. Our complete coverage plan ensures that all members are taken care of in times of need. With our policies, you don't only have to assure that your loved ones will be supported financially, even if something bad were to happen, but also the ability to provide for their educational future as well. You'll be able to make sure your children receive a high quality education without worry about any potential issues with funding. Get started on planning ahead by learning more about our comprehensive policies here at Tempo Insurance with Portia. Don't wait until it's too late. Take action today. So I would say take a screenshot of that one as well, because those are two that you can really use and you can kind of dig through and pull back, kind of peel back the onions. Did you get both of those?
I did. Yes. Thank you.
So Portia, now you see where your work is, right?
Yes.
And you see why you wasn't getting the traction that you wanted.
I do. I'll be honest. I do. I just bit off a bit more than I could chew at the time.
At the time, because when somebody laid a big product in your hand and you're familiar with the product and you know all the great things that it offers, you want everybody to have it and everybody to know it, and then you're left scratching your head wondering why nobody's responding, because you're not talking to a person. You talk to a person, and then everybody else is going to trickle in like, hey Portia, you sell insurance? Hey Portia, you sell insurance? Because what if you sold an insurance policy to a mother who had her family and her children, but she has a sister who is single, or she has a cousin or aunt who is a single parent? She's still gonna, refer Portia. And so then, the last thing that I want to kind of jump on is the follow-up.
Right.
Follow-up is the king to your cash. Follow-up is the way that you nurture and build trust. Follow-up is the way that you make people feel like you care and you're always going to be with them, right? So consider getting constant contact and putting every person that you've ever worked with, every person that you've ever wrote a policy for inside, like their email and all any information they've given you, put it inside a constant contact, because that's a free one, until you can build it up to if you have to go to a paying one. So you go in there and you start building it up. And then Chat GPT is the other AI writer that I was telling y'all about. You can go inside of Chat GPT for free, and you can say, but Chat GPT is a little different. You have to ask them specific questions. You got to be really specific with them. So you go into Chat GPT and you can say, write an email for me, including this information. And then all of the information that you want, just like we just kind of bullet out all information, and it's going to spit out a full email that you can literally just change up some words, make sure it fits your brand, copy, paste it, and then send it out into the email. So a part of your marketing strategy, once you set up constant contact, is you're going to be dripping out. Remember when I told Jasmine, your intellectual property is your product. So you'll be dripping out information of did you knows, the percentages of, and just giving them information and things to think about. Not a long read, not nothing to bore them to death, but just something that gives them something to think about. And then keep you at the top of their mind.
Sure.
All right, Portia, did I give you enough?
You sure did. You gave me a mountain. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Portia. You can be back out. So who's next? Very much. You're welcome. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay. Oh, wait. So, okay. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
So what was the questions? I'm sorry.
What is your business?
It will be apparel.
What problem do you solve, or what pleasure do you pull them to? Are you pulling them away from a problem or to a pleasure?
I guess I can say to a pleasure, because they will enjoy, we're aware of what we like and what we attract to, especially if it's saying something that emotionally attach us to the saying.
Okay. Who is your target audience?
That I don't know.
Okay.
I thought it would be everybody, but I guess it don't work like that.
It don't work like that. Because once you narrow down to somebody, it then becomes a little bit of everybody, but you stay in your lane and everybody's going to come, right?
Okay.
And then what marketing have you done? You haven't really done any marketing for that yet, right?
No.
We having a from scratch conversation. So you're not selling apparel. You're selling motivational apparel that inspires. That inspires people to take action, that inspires confidence, that inspires, right? And so your target market right now is, who do you feel like is the area of people that need to be inspired the absolute most based off of what you feel?
Single mothers that do a whole lot, because as mothers, we getting pulled so many different ways, and not even just single mothers, but even women. I could just say women then, because when we have husband and children, we taking care of all of them, and it's all of them, and it's just one of us. So sometimes we gotta pull out that inspiration from the inside of us that we don't always have after dealing with everybody else.
So your brand is not apparel. Your brand is a motivational apparel to inspire the mothers and single women, the women, to inspire women and single mothers.
Okay.
And so when you identify that your apparel line is a motivational apparel line to inspire women and single mothers, then everything that goes on your slogans and stuff is going to be wrapped around women. Like you can have one like, where it's something that's talking to the kids. Like, I am not your piggy bank, da, 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 da. It's something like kind of like inspiring the kids. I mean, like kind of like a conversation back and forth where you're talking to the kids, or it could be one where a mother is talking to another mother, like, hey, strong mother, I see you, and then another strong mother walk by like, that's right, I see you too, so like you're creating a conversation through apparel. You're creating a motivational conversation through apparel, right?
Yeah.
So let me write that down.
Thank you.
Creating a motivational conversation.
Yes.
Apparel. And so now it makes you feel like you're not just selling a t-shirt, a hoodie, a hat. It's like you're selling something that has a purpose, right? And you're leaning into something that's important to you. You're leaning into something that inspires you, inspires other people, while you still look cute doing it, while you look athletic, while you look nice, while you're out with your friends and stuff. When it's a girls' trip and everybody want to look the same and they want to inspire each other, like you have this apparel that's going to create a conversation that other mothers can support each other. So then when we talk about that marketing message, the story that you wrap around your brand, that's the story you wrap around your brand. You're not saying, hey, because let me see your shirt. Your shirt says strong what?
Strong queen.
Strong queen. And so if I'm walking in the store and I'm like, my last name's Strong, I'm going to look at you like, strong queen. I know that's right. Where can I get that sweatshirt? You know what I'm saying? Or somebody will ask you that. So like, it's that thing where you tell women that I'm starting a conversation that bring us together, to bring us together where we can support each other, knowing all of the ways that we're being twisted and turned. So when it's time for you to start marketing your sweatshirts, or your t-shirts or your cups or whatever it is, you're not saying, hey, buy this cup. You're bringing out, like you're able to come up with content that's going to be printed, that's going to create and spark a conversation. So let's just say one of your posts can be like you showing off strong queen, but then you talking about what is the definition of a strong queen. Y'all, we don't want to be strong all the time, but we do have to be resilient in the life that we have, taking care of our children, So like every time you post to like show off a product, you're creating a conversation that's going to go around that product. So now it's not just a product, it's a movement.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
You get what I mean? So your target market are women and single mothers. And you don't even really have to put too specific of an age to it, but you do. And I was about to say you don't, but you do. So, because if you have one person in mind, your person in mind could be the 35-year-old, you know, just starting out with the new family, and then the 50-something-year-old that children are grown, you know. So like you think about those two markets. So you get I would say the 25 to 39, 38 is one market, and then 39 to like 65 is another market. So then when you start creating your apparel, you create it thinking about which one am I going to talk to with this one? Which one am I going to talk to with that one? Which one am I going to talk to with that one? And that way you can start creating it. Because guess what? When she come home with a strong queen sweatshirt, her husband gonna be like, well, where's my strong king? Oh, right. That too.
Right.
You know, when somebody walking around with a t-shirt on or something that says like strong life, and she go in the gym and the guy be like, oh, I want a strong life t-shirt too. So you don't have to say I'm selling to everybody. You still narrowing it down to this conversation that you're sparking through this apparel, and now everybody else want it too.
Right. Okay.
So when you start, so since you haven't started marketing, you don't have any marketing that you have done now. Where do you feel like you're most comfortable with starting your marketing?
What you mean where I'm most comfortable?
Like me, I can show up and turn the camera on and start talking, right? So I can do social media, I can do all of that without a script. So like what marketing tool or what marketing medium do you feel like you feel the most confident that you can be consistent with using as your tool to market?
I can do lives and reels.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I could do Instagram and Facebook lives and reels. Yeah.
And so really it's going back to what I was talking about earlier in the presentation, making sure you have all of those 7 components in your marketing message. But now, don't your marketing message feel stronger that you put a story behind it?
Yeah.
A brand story. Yeah, a brand story, y'all. I didn't mention this earlier, but a brand story is something that the story that's so compelling that brings people to you because now they trust you because of your story. Like Portia, your story can be wrapped around an experience that you may have had with one of your family members that, you know, something happened to them and then they didn't have anything for their family, and you saw that as a need for your family. You didn't never want that to happen to you, and you didn't want that to happen to somebody else. So your story starts with your personal experience, and then it reaches out to, and I didn't want that to happen to anybody else. My brand story is I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, and for most of that time feeling broke and struggling. And so my thing is I want to see other entrepreneurs really, really reap the benefits or the fruit of being an entrepreneur that everybody else seems to be reaping. So my passion to do these kind of things is to say, I've been there, I've done that, I know how that feels. Now let me help other people, you know, reach that level of success. So it's that, like, it's bringing the story around what you do. Like I was telling Jasmine, you know, she want to do these quick looks and stuff. The story around that mainly is she's a mother of a special needs child. And so one of the things she learned is, if I want to do it, I got to do it quick. And there's so many other mothers just like that I need to teach them how to do their makeup quick so they can show up for their meetings, be on their Zooms, you know, go about their day and still look nice. So understanding what story you're going to wrap around your brand is really what's going to sell it. I honestly feel like your eyes opened up wide when we came up with that story.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like, as soon as you zero in, it's like, as long as you out here, it's like, I can't think of nothing. But as soon as you go like this, you can think of so many, like literally one of the things I'm gonna task you with, like I task Portia with, is start writing down some conversational things that mother to mother can relate to. Woman to woman can relate to, because those are the things that could show up on your apparel. And it don't always have to say strong. It could say something that sparks a conversation, like, I know you working hard, but I see you. Or, like, you know, something that says to a mother that you got support, you know,
right.
The mother squad, you know, the mother support squad, or something that says to mothers and women that I'm with you, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you just start thinking about everything, even if it's a phrase. After you build out the phrase, then we bring it down to what is the thing that could go on that can be printed. So like, what does that phrase say? How do we sum up that phrase to be something that can be printed? You get what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So did that help?
Oh, that helped a whole lot. Thank you so much.
All right. So now we just have Nash, Renee, Tia, and Mira, because everybody else has fallen off and they don't get the free gift. So sorry for them that they left, but they do get the free gift.
I'm still here.
With who? I don't see you.
Hey girl, I'm still here.
What was it? Oh, hey Jazz. Jazz, I was talking about the people that hadn't already asked the question. But they actually will get the replay, so they'll still get all of this. Okay, Nash.
Yes.
Go ahead and talk like that. Huh?
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it clear right now?
Yeah.
All right. What are the questions? Oh, yes. So I'm into photography.
Mm-hmm.
You know all my problems.
You got to tell them too. So the problem that you saw, the photography. Well, okay, go ahead.
Getting leads, that would be my major issue.
Mm-hmm.
And underpricing myself.
Okay. Whoa. That's your problem. What problem do you solve for your customers?
Will it be pleasure?
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
It's a pull to pleasure.
Yeah, it's a pull to pleasure.
So what would that be?
Lifetime images, memories.
Okay. So memories is the...
Yes. So I would add, I only deal with newborns from 0 to 12 months. Newborns and young kids, toddlers.
Okay. And so that's your target audience. Your target audience is actually the mothers.
The mothers. Mm-hmm.
And then what marketing have you done?
Social media, Instagram, Facebook, but most of my clients have really been referrals and word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a shoot for mom. She goes and tells 3 moms and they tell their friends. That has been my biggest
And you know marketing. What? That is the best way to do business. Referral business is best because you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Somebody off of social media, you got to prove that you're going to do good. Prove like the best form of marketing is word of mouth. So it's really all about how to increase that.
Increase.
And then get you more leads. So like increasing that referral. do you ask them to refer or do they just do it?
They just do it.
Now,
Or they'll post it on their social media. Someone will see it and they'll be like, "Oh, who did that?" And then
right.
the person
And what if you ask? What if you ask them, do you mind when you post this, you just tag me in? Hey,
Yes.
do you mind, telling a couple more of your friends, and then you can bring the baby back on the 3-month, and then I'll have a gift for the baby. Something where you can go and buy a bunch of little baby toys on Amazon, and then you giving the baby a gift. Like I have a free little package, and like you can legit go to Michael's or dollar store, something like that, and just create like cute little gift, like complimentary gift things that says thank you for the referral. And I would never say take 20% off, take $100 off. Like I don't give money up when that's your service. When you're providing a service and then you try to offer money as a discount, then you're undercutting yourself even lower than what you probably would have already had. But if you was to go and get just some little trinkets and put a little bow around and say, oh, thank you for the referral, because that was something she really didn't have to do, it didn't cost her anything. But your little trinkets could just be something that she see this sitting on her desk and she's like, oh yeah, she took my baby's pictures and blah, blah, blah. So you're giving them a trinket or something to hold on that makes them remember that experience that they had with you, right? And you can get bulk stuff from Amazon, like a little rattle or a little, burp cloth, just something that says thank you, right?
Thank you.
But so okay, newborn. So you've already narrowed down to your target market is newborns. Your target market is mothers. You are a newborn photographer. What is the name of your photography again?
Sophia Thompson.
Sophia Thompson.
Yeah.
I know you have your business name, but it probably needs to have a sub name so people will know what the photography is, right?
So it's Sophia Thompson Photography. That's the full name.
Sophia Thompson
Photography.
Baby photographer, or baby, something that significantly say
baby.
Yeah, because if I'm shopping for a photographer to take pictures for my baby, now you are among all of the photographers that's on social media. If I just type photography inside of the search, you're gonna just be among all of those. But if I type, baby photographer in Georgia, baby photographer in Georgia, whatever city, like you will be one of the first ones to come up, because baby, just think of this too. When you put something up on social media is a search engine.
It is.
And so if you put enough of the keywords in either your bio and your name, when somebody search you, it's going to come up. So right now you'll be under the truckload of photographers in your city when you're not even in their lane. They are people that want to shoot like influencers and they want to go on set and they want to do all that stuff. You want this cozy little cushy environment for babies to kind of nestle in to this clean, minimalistic space and take beautiful pictures of their baby. It could be the minimalistic baby, something, you know what I'm saying?
Find something.
Yeah. So my point is, in your name, you don't have to give up your name, but give it like a sub that says specifically that you are a newborn or baby photographer, right? So that's one that could kind of generate a little bit more. So when somebody's searching, wait a minute, I'm getting chats in here. Let me open up the chat while I answer. Do you work with hospitals? Yes.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. So Tia was asking, do you work with hospitals? Do the first pictures include the baby shower theme? Oh, that's a nice idea. So when they have their first picture with the baby, include the baby shower theme that they have from the baby shower, that's good. But Nash, she specializes in this very clean, minimalistic kind of approach in taking pictures of a baby. So it's not a lot of prompting around it. So, but I think that's a good idea, Nash, to talk to a hospital to see if you can get an account within a hospital.
I don't know if any one of you can see. Nah, I'll just.
Well, maybe try to tilt it.
Oh, no. I can use my phone.
Okay.
So the idea of the hospital is nice, but my studio is in studio. I do not travel, just for safety purposes and the fact that my lighting is so big and so expensive and I don't want to break it.
But you know what I would say, Nash?
Uh-huh.
Pediatricians will be your target market too.
You my happiness, but
Is that yours?
So it's very white.
Yeah.
And clean and minimal, and just to avoid distractions and to have a timeless photo.
Pediatricians would be your target. And Renee, she's saying OGBYNs, but I don't even think then. I think it's after the baby is born. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
After the baby is born. And one of my friends, she's a pediatrician, and she does like book readings and stuff like that in her center. And I know you said big lights, but that would be a cool thing to do, maybe quarterly or something like that, where you go and set up in her office and they bring their babies there and get some nice pictures, just to kind of team up with, because she offers extra things outside of just being their doctor. So that would be something else that she could probably add to her program, if you don't mind packing up, maybe once a month and coming there, right? So that's a creative way to find other leads. Thank you guys for
thank you,
because those are some really good ideas. But then when you talk about getting leads, the best leads to start with is the people that you've already worked with, that you can start asking them for, hey, do you know somebody else? And do you know someone else? And do you know someone else? But then outside of do you know someone else, like thinking of different different targets outside of just the mothers. And I would say the mothers and the pediatricians, like coming up with how would that benefit? Because when you're approaching this as an ask to the pediatricians, how does it benefit them? Like what benefits the mother is they get a little trinket of a thank you gift for referring, but how does it benefit the doctor's office? So the benefit for the doctor's office is it will give the parents this feeling of, this full-fledged approach. Or would they refer, where if you don't even come to like I was only saying the doctor's office because my friend, she does little things like that in her office. Like anytime she does a monthly book reading where the kids come in and she actually read the books to them, she's trying to create an environment where children feel safe and comfortable where they come and have their services done. So Olia said a package deal for the first 4 months. Yeah, like a package deal where you take it to the doctor's office and say, hey, this is what I do. I like to be able to offer that to your parents. Is there any way that we can work together to collaborate? I send patients to you from some of the mothers that come to me, and then you send some to me. So just kind of coming up with a creative way to do a presentation with different pediatricians. So I think that will be somewhere to start. The good thing is you really beat most of the battle in narrowing down to who you serve. So then, because you don't solve a problem, what are some of the pleasures? Like, what are some of the benefits of the pleasures that you're pulling them to? Because remember, when you're doing your marketing, you always want to speak from an emotional space. Like, I think, and we came up with a couple of them, like, don't miss out on, precious moments. They grow so fast, and all the things that you can think that a mother would. I know you're busy, but before you blink, they're going to be, they're not going to be that size anymore. Come and get, the timeless memory, blah, 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 blah. Pictures. So like you can do one around don't blink, and then that would be a cool ad to do. Yeah, a cool ad where you see a baby and then you close the camera where it look like it blinked and then the baby is older, and like, don't be one of these mothers where you missed out on that. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. That's actually a very awesome ad.
Yeah, and so my collaboration, honestly, to build the leads would be with the new mothers that I've already serviced to get them to do the referrals, and with like other people that service infants and babies. And I would start with a pediatrician.
Okay. What do I do when I realize, so a client books you fast and knows your prices and tries to negotiate you down? Once you've already accepted.
There is no negotiation.
Because sometimes I feel like I have to accept the negotiation so they come back to me?
No. So let's role play. You be the customer and I'll be you.
So I'll be like, "Hey, Sophia. So your price is $395 for the newborn. Would you do it for me for like $250?
Okay.
I'm really going through a hard time right now. I cannot afford that. I just had my baby. I'm a single mother."
What's your name? Who am I talking to?
Jane.
Jane.
Jane Doe. Mm-hmm.
So Jane just said she see what your price is. Then she's giving you a price that you can do it for. And then she's giving you all of her problems.
Yes.
Jane.
Basically.
Oh, Jane, I'm so sorry to hear that. And your baby is beautiful. However, with my services, benefit. So if you like, you can pay it in 2 parts. You can pay it before, you get the before you get the service, and you can pay the balance when you come for the pictures, but it's got to be paid before you get the pictures. That's what I can do for you, Jane. But benefit. This is what I do. It's a safe environment. It's clean environment. You won't miss out on any but you are not going to address, can you do it for? I wouldn't even say, no, I can't do it for because this is my price. Oh, Jane, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I would love to shoot your baby because your baby is gorgeous. How about if you just pay in 2 parts? You pay a deposit now, and then you pay in full when you get here, because at least you'll be able to get benefit. And then you won't miss out on what your baby, the precious moments that you want to capture now. You see how you avoided that without even making her feel bad?
Yeah.
Jane, I'm so sorry to hear that, but your baby is gorgeous and I would love to shoot her. Here are all the things you get. You always stack every benefit that comes with that so that they can see the value is the pricing is shaped around the value of service you give, not around you trying to negotiate.
Got it.
No. And the only time if you want to do that, you do it because you want to do it, not because somebody's trying to back you up in the corner to try to make you do it. Because at the end of the day, people pay for what they want. What they really value, they pay for. Because Jane will be that same person that you give her a discount on the pictures, and then you see her on social media and she in Phipps buying a Louis Vuitton or something like, you're like, what, Jane, you come buy your favorite pictures? And this is something TD Jake said, and I'll never forget. He said, people will buy what they want and beg for what they need. So the second somebody come and try to haggle you down, just think about it. You buy what you want. If you really want this, you will find a way to get it. Then that's why you lead with benefit. Don't ever even address the possibility of negotiating. I'm sorry, I don't negotiate. And 250 is too small. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's one of my honestly biggest problems.
Oh yeah. So now you have a script to handle it. So every time somebody says this, you just reiterate, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And your baby's gorgeous and I would love to shoot him. And here, benefit. And then the best I can do is offer you 2 payments, one before and one the day of. Don't ever let anybody go after the day of. They get their pictures and stuff, because then you'll turn into a bill collector. You're not a bill collector.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be able to shoot it unless you have the full payment when you come with the baby. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to shoot it unless you have the full payment when you come. People will buy what they want and beg for what they need.
And beg for what they need is, that's it.
That's it. All right.
Got it.
We answered?
Yes.
Thank you, Nash.
Thank you so much.
All right. So we have Renee and Mira left, and then we can wrap this puppy up. And if y'all don't have anything, we can go ahead and wrap it up now. Because what I want to do is I want to go ahead and give you guys your free book. Oh, Tia, I didn't even see you. Oh.
Eve.
Okay, Tia.
I just had one question about social media.
Don't ever forget my aunt, okay?
I didn't see her out there.
But I didn't leave. Mira's still here.
I said Mira.
Oh, don't you said I love. Sorry.
I said Mir and Renee was still here. I didn't see Tia. Okay.
Social media is a platform where you can like put a post. You can go in and you can set a post, but you can set the time for when it actually posts to your account. What is that called? What is that tech called?
It's just scheduling, and you actually can do that now inside of. I know Instagram does it for you, but Hootsuite is the one that you will put your post in, and then you decide where you want it to go and what time you want it to go, and it'll take it to everywhere at the same time.
Okay, that's all I wanted. Okay.
All right. So you didn't have no questions around your accessories?
I don't want you to get me, so no.
As you know, I would get you. You know, I would get you. All right.
All right.
That's it?
Yes.
All right. Renee? Did you have a question? You can say no question in the chat or okay. All right, Renee, are you off of mute? Unmute yourself.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I do kind of have a question because I'm just trying to figure out the target market for those patches. I just don't, because it's so broad that it helps some of everybody. And
so let's start with your business. Let's start with the questions first.
Okay, so what is my business? The stem cell patches. What problem does my business solve? Okay, so I was taking notes and I wrote, they improve health and provide a better quality of life. Those whose health is compromised by inflammation, I guess that's the improvement. Enhances sports performance. I couldn't read the word because I was writing so fast. And assists with recovery from exercise and restores mental clarity.
Okay. And so this is the problem that it solves, right?
Right. Okay.
And so you said you really don't have your target audience yet, right?
It's really hard because I've actually heard where it's helping children, it's helping middle-aged people, athletes, elderly people. So I don't know. Okay. That's where I'm struggling.
Okay. And what marketing have you done?
Mine has been word of mouth.
Okay. And so if you were going to go beyond word of mouth, where else would you do marketing?
I would have to be careful, but I'd probably do something on social media, but it would have to be basic. Like what you did earlier, I could probably do something like that, I think.
Like, wait a minute.
I have to just be in compliance with the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you mean, like creating those marketing kind of tools?
Yeah.
Okay. And so your social media page could be a did you know page?
Did you know page?
Did you know page? Like talking about inflammation. Did you know inflammation, if it's in your body, it can cause excruciating pain? Like facts. They can't dispute facts. Did you know inflammation in your body could even, encourage a disease or whatever? And then you can say, something around, the lower you can get the inflammation out of your body, the more healthy your body can be.
Right.
Like check my link in my bio for some relief.
Okay.
That's not saying you're curing it, not saying you're taking it away, but the link in your bio takes them to your website that says what you sell, right? But you won't be able to get to that conversation until you get to your target. And so now we're gonna have to lovingly give you some coaching like I did, Portia.
I knew it was coming.
I gotta give you a loving nudge.
Oh, that's okay.
When you have something so spectacular as this whole company that has it's the answer to all of these problems, and the more you go to these workshops and these seminars and they teaching you all this stuff, you want to run out of the room like, hey, everybody. And you know what that feels like to everybody else?
That's exactly right. Yes.
So that is the importance of really, really getting down to who you want to talk to. So again, like I asked Portia, like I asked Aaliyah, what is the area of people that you would resonate with a personal experience of yours that you could relate to when you start off with this messaging?
I guess it's people who are middle-aged, and they are experiencing, maybe they're limping, or they might say they may be walking with a cane, because I've done that with 2 people, and yeah.
So let's dive into middle age. Like middle age, what are some of the pain points of a middle-aged person?
They may be developing high blood pressure, diabetes. They may have back issues, back pain, arthritis, neuropathy. Those are some of the things that I've heard people talk about, and they are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Okay.
70s, yeah.
So we're going to call that the middle age ache.
Okay. That's a good one.
Because that's talking to somebody in particular, right? That's talking
right.
to a middle-aged person who has aches in their body that is a result to high blood pressure, diabetes, back pain, blah, 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 blah. So the middle-age ache and the avatar or the target person to target market to that person right now for you, is it more women or men?
50-50, honestly, truthfully.
Who could you talk to? Nash said, I have all those aches, laugh out loud. If you could talk to a man or a woman, what audience would you find yourself standing?
I'll say women. I'd say women.
We're talking to women with the middle age ache. Because guess what? Women with the middle age ache has husbands,
yes,
and children, and nephews and brothers and anybody else. Because if you get the woman in, the same thing I told Portia, you have the family.
Yes.
So if your target starts with women with the middle age ache, and you're just talking to women about menopause, about your body changing, and about the different things that's going with your body. And here is something that can help you with a lot of those symptoms.
That's right.
Then you now can talk to a person who can become brand whisperers that spreads it through their family when you're talking to that person. Because for me, I'm like, oh, I need those patches. I'm going through these hot flashes. I got back aches. I'm working out with Nash, and I can't walk the next day. Like, I need these patches. And then as I'm doing my own research and I'm reading up on the patch, because I got the patch stuck on me and I'm feeling a little bit better, and I'm looking at my husband, look like he could barely stand up. I'm gonna stick a patch on him too. Oh, hey,
yes, that's it.
Patches, and that's how it happens, right?
It is. Yes.
That's how it happens. So now it's time to really streamline your messaging to women, right?
Yep.
And then the middle age ache is just something they can relate to.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep. I like that.
Yeah, let's put you in the what's the name? See what we come up with.
In the middle.
I know this is way longer than what y'all planned on, but I want.
It's good though. No, I have been sitting here just like, oh my God, this is so good.
Good, because I just did not want to like have anybody come on and then they not get anything, that that they came on for. So what would your product name be?
Oh Lord. Now what?
Can you give it your own name, although you are under that company?
I should be able to. I don't see why. I don't know. Let me just say it like that. We can just say stem cell patch right now. Just a generic name for this. And then if I can do something else, I will.
So I'm gonna put it in the product name as middle-aged ache stem cell patch.
Okay.
And that way, if you need to take it out, you can take it out.
Okay, that works. Erica says she's gonna put us in the hot seat. We in there.
You feel it steaming under your booty?
Yes.
Okay.
It's burning, baby, burning.
Right. Middle-aged women going through changes in their bodies, such as, I'm gonna put the one I'm going to.
Menopause. Pause.
Menopause, and it starts with a man. menopause, increased blood pressure.
Improve.
No. You're
increase. Those
they're going to be changes such as.
Okay. I.e.
So
blood pressure, high blood pressure.
You want me to change it where it? No. The only reason why I didn't want to say it cures or it helps. No, that's where you get sticky. So what I want to do is identify what they're going through, which is factual.
Diabetes, you can say that because they're going through that.
So I didn't increase.
Blood pressure, yeah.
Pre-diabetic or diabetic.
Uh-huh.
Heck, I'm just writing what I feel. Body brain fog.
Brain fog. Yep. That
energy. You don't even have. I'm your target, man.
I don't even have to help you write this.
You don't even have to help me.
Oh.
That's going through changes in their body, such as blah 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 blah. And so now we're gonna say looking for relief. All right. I think that's enough information.
Okay.
So we're going to keep it compelling, informative, and engaging.
Yeah. Is this the tool that costs the $200 or $300? I think I wrote that in my notes.
They changed it since I've been in it.
They have.
And then if you want, we're gonna put the same information in chat, the free one. So we'll
okay.
But what I like about this one is this is a template that I like to use because it's got the attention, the interest, the desire, and then the action. Mm-hmm. So women over 40 and noticing changes in your body that makes you feel less healthy and happy. There you go, right there.
I'm telling you.
You know, the middle-aged ache stem cell patch is the perfect solution for you. Our patches are made of natural stem cells derived from plant sources, providing safe relief of symptoms like menopause, high blood pressure, providing safe relief. Like it's not saying it's a curing it.
That's right.
fatigue, and more while also helping to restore normal cellular function. You can count on our patches to relieve pain quickly and naturally. With the middle age ache stem patch cell, you can get back to feeling like yourself again, enjoying improved energy levels, a clear mind, and healthier overall functioning, as well as fast acting relief of any pain or aches you may be experiencing due to age or life factors. Plus, it's totally safe with no side effects. Action. Try the middle age ache stem cell patch today, risk-free, with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Buy online at our website for a total peace of mind when it comes to your health and wellness needs. That's good.
You know what? It's got to be in there somewhere, because why would it just automatically populate 30-day back guarantee, money back guarantee?
It does, like, because it's AI, it kind of does it, but it's only going off of what what their research would say a stem cell patch would be. So the company is not in there, but
I know, but it's some verbiage somewhere that.
Yeah. Did you screenshot that already?
No, hold on. I got it.
Okay, now let's go to the next one. Ladies, are you struggling with the physical and mental effects of aging? Yes. Middle age ache. I love that middle age ache, because I mean that'll make people like, girl, I got the middle age ache. I need
I'm looking at the chat. They're going, yes, yes.
Right. Oh, you can see the chat. I can't see it. Yeah. Middle age ache stem cell patch is a revolutionary product specifically designed to help women cope with the inevitable changes that comes with getting older. Our patented technology helps reduce pain associated with menopause, high blood pressure, and diabetes, increases energy levels, and improves brain fog, all without relying on potentially dangerous drugs or invasive medical procedures.
Oh, I love this.
Imagine feeling healthy again. No more back pain or body aches, being able to do the things you used to enjoy doing without worrying about your health. You can have all this using, you can have all this using our middle age ache stem cell patch with natural ingredients to replenish your cells. It's an effortless way for you to feel better in no time at all. Take advantage of our special offer today and purchase our middle age ache stem cell patch. We guarantee you won't be disappointed. Feel healthier, stronger, and more vibrant starting now. You better go ahead and screenshot that one too.
I did that. I already got it.
Got it? Because, and the reason why I want you to check with the company to see if you can create your own middle age ache, because you still got stem cell patch on it. To me, middle age ache, and y'all tell us in the chat, doesn't it feel like it's more specific? Like if somebody just say stem patch cell, but middle age ache is saying what the stem patch cell does without you even having to read through everything just yet. What are they saying in the chat?
MA stem cell patch, MAA. What is that? MAA? I don't know what that means.
What I'm asking y'all in the to put in the chats, doesn't it feel like you understand what it is by using middle age ache stem cell patch? If that makes more sense, just put yes in the chat.
Oh, Leah says yes.
Okay. And so here's the last one. Are you a middle-aged woman struggling with menopause, low energy, and body aches?
Yes,
Our middle age ache stem cell patch contains several essential ingredients to help ease your aches as well as alleviate symptoms of changes in your body. We have researched extensively on the benefits of stem cells for this purpose, and we are delighted to present it to you. Not only does our patch effectively provide relief from discomforting aches, but its natural resources also helps boost energy levels, fight brain fog and diabetes. Mm-hmm. Get back into feeling like yourself again by using the incredible product by using this incredible product that works wonders. Be able to regain strength, stamina, and start upon rebuilding your lost health, all while being free from external side effects or complications. Take charge of your well-being today with an innovative way to take care of yourself naturally. Order and get 10% off, and that may not be, you can can change that around. But you can still screenshot this and you can use some of what's in there and then just change out your call to action.
I did. I got it. Thank you.
Yes. Now see.
Okay, so what you could shorten it, they're saying you could shorten it to MAA stem cell, middle age ache.
But no, I wouldn't shorten it because you want the words to be like what stands out from everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a million people in that company selling stem cell patches, right? But who's talking to the middle-aged woman with the ache?
That's right. Right.
So I would leave that in there because you with like the same thing I was telling Nash, with the name, it says who you are. It says who your target is, right? Yes. And so by using that, it just helps you to really redefine who you are. So now that we've kind of discovered the person that you're going to be talking to, it seems like when you discover that, it takes a burden off your back. Like, whew, like I finally know I can talk to a person. Like now I can visualize it because when you get all of it helps children, it helps this and it helps this and that. It's like now you feel like I got to talk to everybody. You need a patch, you need a patch, you need a patch, and then everybody's like, no, I don't need a patch. But if you telling me as a middle-aged woman how I can use this patch to get my healthy back to feel energetic and it's natural. Mm-hmm. Yes. And it's something that is not a side effect, and it's something that I don't have to inject or take.
Yes.
That.
Yes. Absolutely.
It really strengthens up your message.
That helps. I mean, Erica, you just don't know. Now I feel like I do have the patch on. I wear one every day, but I feel like I got a double dose today.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. All right. So as you move forward in your social media, we're advertising. Yes. Use stuff like that. You see how it led with the emotion, and then it just talked about all that stuff. You just lead with that, and then do some did you knows. Did you know that a woman this age starts to her hormones start to change, and she start to have a hard time standing up, or like just give some facts and then send them to your link.
Okay,
that's it. And so then the word of mouth. With the word of mouth. Are you collecting the emails and information from the people that's already bought from you?
No.
Start collecting them, put it in constant contact. It's free. And you are periodically sending them did you knows, periodically telling them about other benefits that they have. If they have a family, how it can help their family. And about 30 days when it's about time for them to get it over again. Hey, so what do you think? And everybody that, if I haven't said this to you when I talk to you, always make sure, get Portia back in here so I can say this. Everybody always make sure that you get testimonials from your customers, from the insurance, to the baby pictures, to the stem cell, to the makeup, to the jewelry, to the body products. You need video and you need written testimonials, because that is what people look for when they want to decide whether to trust it or not. Always have a testimonial. So start collecting those emails so that you can retarget back to the ones, because as you keep nurturing them, you're going to always be on the top of their mind. And as soon as somebody talk about ache or pain, they're going to remember they just got an email from Renee this morning. Oh, you know what? The stem cell patch that I use, you should use it. So then it becomes your brand whisperer. But you have to nurture them to make them stay in the fold.
Yes. Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Now, thank you so much. So let me just share my screen, finish up, and then we can say bye-bye. This was awesome. And I'm really, really grateful for you guys, and especially for hanging in there and sticking it out. Is your free gift. So I'm going to put this link inside of the chat. Let me see. Can I? Oh, I can't. So, okay, let me stop sharing for a second. And I'm going to put the link to the free book and the link to the course if anybody want to dig a little bit deeper inside of the chat. Is Breaking the Cycle of Sabotage, an entrepreneur's guide to staying on track. And this training helped me to see one of the reasons why I did this. Maybe if you can write this down, can you write it down and then type it in your search bar? But I did this book because a lot of people, they lose track of what they're doing. They get off course and then they feel like, oh, I can't do it. It's too much. It's too big. This is too much for me. I can't do it. If you can't get that link out of this, I'll make sure that I send it out some way. I'll figure it out. As a matter of fact, I'll put it in my link in my bio. So you'll be able to go to my page and get it out of the link in my bio. Okay. So let's get to here. But a lot of people, they sabotage themselves because they don't have this foundation set up. And then when it's time for them to like refocus themselves, they feel like, oh, it's too much. I'm off track. I got too far off track. So my question to you as a entrepreneur, are you in motion or are you in action? Motion is you moving, and you're not getting anything done. Action is specific, measurable, detailed actions that garners a result. You can be busy all day long and get no results, or you can take action and you can get all the results you want. You can see your business succeed. You can see your business flourish by taking the steps of what I've given you today and putting it into action. Don't say this was a great training and then not do anything that we talked about. If you go back and you really implement the things that we talked about, then you will be able to put that action to work and you won't just be in motion anymore. You will be in action. So I'm going to give you guys an invitation to take action, to dig a little bit deeper, to set your goals and to achieve your success. So you got your goals, you got your actions, and then you have your success. So let's go deeper, and it won't be long. So remember when I was telling you about not only do you get the social proof, but then a call to action. So here's my social proof. Erica has been a great asset to my business. She has helped me navigate through my fears of entrepreneurship and guided me through the necessary steps to starting my business and becoming a successful entrepreneur. And that's from Just Be Let Me VA, Jessie B Admin Group. Then one of my last ones is where do I start? Erica is a business and marketing genius. She has elevated my brand concept and marketing strategies to the next level. I truly thank God for her. And this is from Onyx Yvonne Couture. So my question is, what do you say? I would love to work together with you to go a little bit deeper. And here is another link that unfortunately I can't put in the chat. And I'm just like mad at myself that I can't put it in the chat. That's another link, and I'll just put it in my, as a matter of fact, that link is already in my bio. And in my bio, that link will give you the let's work together, let's dig a little bit deeper. So I wanna say thank you so much for joining me for this training. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really hope you got a lot out of it. I know I got a lot out of it just sharing it myself. So I absolutely love you guys. And I thank you so much for being a part of this training. I want you to tell other people about it because I will put this on like a loop so other people can watch it. And so they get to learn from your amazing questions and all of that. So thank you, Renee, Erica, this is amazing. Thank you so much. This is very informative. In motion. Oh, you're in motion. So now it's time to take action. Time to take action. All right, y'all. So, yep, time to take action. Thank you so much, Renee. Well, I love you guys, and I really hope that I know now that you told me you got so much out of it. Share this with other people. Be my brand whisperer. If you know other entrepreneurs that need this, just send them to my page because all of the things that we just went over as far as the free book and the time to take action and go a little bit deeper if you want to work with me through the course, all of that is going to be in my bio at Finishing Strong. And also send me an email if you're not already a part of my tribe at erica@ericastrong.com so that I can send you the replay to this, especially for the ones that we went into Jasper and did some AI work, and that way you can at least see it all over again and see if there's anything that you missed. Okay, thank you so much. Now time to get to work. Laugh out loud, literally my client is here. Awesome. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, guys. I love you dearly. So we're going to go ahead and end this and say goodbye.